Hi. Yeah. Back in town, people. You know what it is. Bruv, I miss you, fam. I miss you. I miss you. I'm not even gonna lie. But let's just start the thing as the people know by saying, dream it, believe it, become
Come on down. Come on down. You know
it.
what? Yeah, Ton, I miss you still. But yeah, in America. You know what I mean?
Come on. Where you got with your granddad shirt though?
You know what? I'm a nostalgic person, so I miss EastEnders and Alfie Moon.
Here we go. Start busting them big words already about nostalgic. Fam, most of the people there don't know what that word means.
What are you talking about? No, Ton, they do, man. They know. They know what
Nah,
time
nah,
it
nah.
is.
Let me not just undermine the people's intelligence. Old tight I've been, yes, sir. He said, "What's up, brothers? Big up, Tunde and Spencer. We're back. We're back. We're back. You know, but I had to take a little trip, a little vacation, as they call it. But I'm back in town, back in the LONDON. Old tight late show 42. Lions in New York. You don't know. Old tight Alex, Teddy. Good evening, guys. And if that is the same Alex that messaged me on Instagram today, let me just say, young man, I'm so glad about your situation, your recovery, and how myself and Spencer have helped you in your road to recover you. I personally, I know Spencer will have something to say about this because I know you messaged Spencer before you messaged me. I wish you nothing but the best, brother. And sometimes in life you touch people, you don't realize you're touching people, and I had to reply you. I don't reply about many people on Instagram because I just don't have the time. But when I read your message, I was like, that touched my heart. So big up Alex,
No, he's a good you. You know what I
and,
mean?
and all the best, brother.
He's a good you. So I mean that's all I got to say on that thing there. So you know how this thing's set anyway.
Come on. Old type Malix, he's cold. He said Tundi for the president. Come on. Love it. Love it. Bro, this is exciting. It's all exciting. And I'm back with my Cody, my partner in crime. Fam, man had to bust out the shirt. I was in a t-shirt earlier on. I said, bro, I'm coming back to reunite with my brethren, even though we speak on the phone every day. This is like a social reunion. And I'm like, bro, you're my brother. I love you with everything, bro.
Come on, man.
Fam.
Come on, come on.
And
And
it's
it's
good.
like you see all the people who jump on the show, they don't even know the energies that they give me, especially like it's been tough. You know what I mean? It's been tough. But you know what I realize about on certain things is like people, big up, BG London. You know
Old
what I
time.
mean? We you got to be able to speak openly, and sometimes it's better to speak to strangers than people that you know, because you think that you're leaving yourself exposed, but you're not leaving yourself exposed to nothing. You know what I mean? And that's the major thing. So
Old
on
time.
those kind of, yeah, gun,
Old
what's this?
Now I said, hold tight, Faith Barrow. She said, about to hear the real thing. Bro, we already know where it is. But carry on, Spence.
Yeah,
Share.
so just to be able to do that, Bobby Wright started the thing already. Come on, love this show, but we love you, Bobby. Yeah, I mean, we love you, Bob. I'm just keeping it 100. I was speaking about Bobby today. I mean, I was speaking to a lady. I said, like, certain times you don't know the influence that or the impact that you can have on people's lives, and the impact that you have on people's lives, they impact your lives because they become your family. And Bobby
Mm,
Wright's one of them. Straight standard, real
big up.
supporter. Yeah, I mean, yeah, real
Bobby Wright,
supporter.
that Bobby Wright's like my information man. Any sort of information, bam, Bobby Wright text me instant. Give me the SP on if I say something, if someone says something to me and I put it out there in public, but I don't know the full story, Bobby would be the first person to say to take that off because there's some different ramifications to that story. And I have
Come
to
on.
save myself grace. So Bobby will be the first person to message me and say, nah, take that off. And bam, I respond. So big up Bobby. He always got our back.
Yeah, yeah, he's real. He's real. Big up Daniel Grace, another real one. Man,
Oh,
coming. You know how much work this guy's done in my house, son. Oh, now I ain't paid him, you know. I swear down. Right, I got to go drop his money, sir, for the man comes and bailiffs to my house. But nah, just I'm just like I said, I'm just grateful for like for doing the show. I'm grateful that I've got a partner in legality who I can bounce off, who I can play God's advocate with, who I can. You know what I mean, it's important. It's important that I cuss you from time to time. You know what I mean, and you cuss me.
See
Reason.
about your
Yeah.
shirt.
Tunde, I don't know what Tunde. I could have put on a blue shirt, but the thing about it is you're just shining too much right now. So
But yeah, you would want to outshine the master.
yeah,
But
exactly.
cool.
You're shining. So I said, let me just put my Alfie Moon shirt. So like on those kind of things, it's just all good. But it's gonna be it's a great time for boxing. You know what I mean? And it's a time now where like certain things are happening, but we are also seeing a paradigm shift, right? And it's amazing, right? We wouldn't believe if I said to you at the dominant rise, and I'm saying the dominant rise of Eddie Hearn, yeah. If I was to tell you this about no, but Frank Warren is a person that's going to have the best heavyweight in the world, right? Frank Warren's the man that's going to have the man who's going to be the lineal heavyweight champion, right? Frank, if I told you that Frank Warren was the one that his fighter would earn more than AJ, you'd think I'm crazy. You think we're talking crazy. But of this present moment, that's what's happened. This is so if you can't see there's a paradigm shift that's going on right now, or that certain man like need to like who understand this thing, who understand about let's give homage to certain man from the roads, bruv, right? Because it's the roads that's boosting up that's giving them that credence. I'm just telling you the truth. Certain people who are in that position, they don't understand who is going to bring through who. And now we're seeing this paradigm shift. I'm telling you this now. We're
That's
seeing it.
interesting. Old type T Money official, bruv. So much man. Gunna 205. He said Brian Cook can beat Usyk. His style is massive. Old type Brian Cook, the Cookie massive, the Cookie family,
Listen,
James Cook, all the man them, bruv. Old type Anton speaks. Two
come on,
Kings.
salute
Yes,
to Anton Speaks. Big
yes, sir.
Mr. ITV News, you know.
Come on, come on. Guys, Spencer, you were saying I interrupted you.
No, I'm just saying. So I'm saying like there's a paradigm shift in this, right? So it's like especially when it comes to heavyweight world dominance. And heavyweight world dominance, yep, we know AJ is going to make some mad money when he fights Usyk in the return. He's alleged to be earning 32.5 million pounds, not dollars, for this fight,
Wow.
right? Because it's a 65 million pound split and it's being shared it's equal priority to both fighters. So Alexander Usyk is getting the same money as AJ, so they're splitting that money. So that's a bag of money, right? They're splitting that money. But what I'm saying is this: when it comes to purse bids winning, the highest of all time was the one that we just witnessed the other day with Tyson Fury versus Dylan White. But when it's come to personal side deals that's being put together, this one here, or the money that these two men are going to generate is groundbreaking. That is a lot of money that they're going
Don't
to.
you think it gets to a stage where we really have to stop talking about money and what the fighters are earning and more focus on because these guys are very rich men.
Yeah,
And
I won't bring up the money. It's just that I was just answering the brother who just mentioned that
yeah,
about
yeah.
Adrian.
I'll be honest with you, maybe it's just me. Like I think money has value, obviously, but I think it gets to a stage where to the individuals you're talking about, like I don't actually think. I mean, that these guys are sitting there thinking, I'm gonna get this amount of money. I think they're at a point and a stage of their career where they feel like, fam, I gotta win this thing. You get what I'm saying? And so the money, big up, but it's like I always say, how many beds can a man sleep in at one time? How many cars can a man drive at once? You
So I hear
know,
that.
the,
I hear
the,
that.
money, the money issue is relevant when the deals and the negotiations are getting done, because why should somebody earn X amount of money and you ain't the ones putting your life on the line? So I'm all for fighters earning the most they can earn, but I just feel that I've never. It's always an issue. Well, obviously, we're neutral, so we have to talk about this. And you're right, Spence. You are actually giving an answer and back points. But me, that money thing is like money's money. But I know these guys are both competitors. I know both of these guys want to win this thing so badly.
Usyk and Joshua.
Usyk and Joshua,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
both want to win it, and
yeah.
I'm so interested to hear your take on the fight. I want to hear the fans' take on the fight. We have heavyweights ready to come on the show tonight. That's going to be interesting. We got Derek Sweet D Williams on the standby. Derek Chisora supposed to come on the ting. Scott Welsh. We got man them that's been in boxing, heavyweight boxing, and I so want to hear their opinions. So, but let's throw the question at you, Spence, first. You are the knowledge. You are the man that everyone is tuning and listening to and want to hear their opinions because 99.9 times out of 100, you're right. So, hold tight, Dana Jones. Thank you for the Salute Andy Cruz and Adley L. Poo Rodriguez are headlining. Two Americans, the Cubans take over has started. Arias Lopez as well. USYK might stop AJ. Serious things is going on.
Well, I'm just gonna be real with you. Yeah. Rodriguez is a bad man. Andy Cruz is a bad man. Let's just call it as it is. Lopez is a bad man. So the Cuban thing, when they say like the Cuban takeover, I just want you to realize this. I hear all of that, right? But when the Cubans historically have defected
and they start drinking the gin and juice.
Tunde, it's not even that. It's eating ice cream. Yeah? It's eating ice cream. It's having cakes. It's getting to be with enough different gal. And you know them Cuban man go mad when they go to America though.
Bro, they start lashing to the tacos. Bro, and the late night, they're all visiting Flair's strip club. They're like, fam.
Exactly.
They're like, bro, Cuba was long. They're like, fam, Cuba's long. But anyway, carry on.
So, if you understand the system that these young Cubans are brought up in Cuba, yeah, it is like legalized slavery for them. It's very, very regimental. It's not no joke. It's seriously, it is not no joke. So as soon as their man come over to America, the whole game plan changes. And we've seen it time and time again to him. So when man say, oh, but these Cubans are coming now and and that, yeah. But are you disciplined enough? That's all I want to know. Are you disciplined enough?
I always say that, when you're being forced to do something, is a different dynamics on the whole thing because you're forced to do it. When you have to use your own will, your own desire, your own get up and go, it's a lot different because that's where real discipline kicks in. And for people, it's like when you deprive someone of something and then that person no longer wants to listen to your mouth and all that you gave them, bro, they just go mad.
I'm telling you.
They go mad. So it will, I'll be interested to see how when these Cubans that are defecting from the country settle down. I want to see if they can continue the discipline, and if they do, that's great for boxing.
You know what? I hope that they can add something, but like I said, you're not fooling me. You know what I mean?
So still, I'm waiting for your prediction.
On the Usyk Joshua.
Yes.
I would say to Anthony Joshua, right? Because I hear that you got bear man around you now who's giving you loads of fights to go and watch, and I would say to him, and Scott Walsh is going to jump on as well. And Scott did a lot for Lloyd Hannigan when Lloyd Hannigan was retired. Like, Scott Walsh is baited. He's got dough, bro.
Why did I talk about man's finances?
No, I have to.
About man's finances.
I have to. He's got different breed of dough. And the reason why I'm going to tell you why I'm going to talk about his finances, brother Tunde and Jay. I'm going to tell you why I'm going to talk about it because
Go.
he's a man that gives back and he helps ex-fighters, right?
Love.
So he took in Lloyd, put Lloyd up in one of these homes, like he was staying there, working with the fighters, and then Lloyd hasn't got the best of health, and he helped Lloyd Hannigan. So off of that, then I have to salute Scott Welsh, and that's more so because Scott Welsh of the era where he grew up when Lloyd Hannigan shot the world in September of 1986 against Donald Curry. So he was like, that's a hero to us. And I would say to Anthony Joshua to take credence and essence from Lloyd Hannigan's not boxing skill, but mental aptitude and
Yeah.
focus.
Bruv,
Right?
sorry to cut you there, Spence. My dad said the same thing today.
What did he say?
Lloyd Hannigan went over to America and he did
Donald
a
Curry,
business.
September of '86 against arguably pound for pound number one at the time, Donald Curry. And his mindset was, I don't give a flying. I'm gonna mash up your. I'm gonna mash you up, bruv.
Clap up your ass.
Yeah, exactly. Right, exactly. So
Yeah.
that's what he should be watching. That all like when Lloyd Hannigan was in the ring and how he was looking on man, and like anywhere Donald Curry moved to, his eyes was on him. Right. This is before the fight. This is when they're playing the national anthems. You know what I mean? So Hannigan was like, "Yeah, McCoffin, boss up your blood clot." I'm so serious.
Bro, probably some X-rated show. You can't be using them language.
No, no, but I'm just telling you, that's where his mind was.
Yeah.
So I would say that's what Anthony Joshua needs, or as my brother from another mother has always said, bring it back to the road man science. Simple as that, right? But it's got to be purposeful with it. So I'm not saying everyone's saying like, nah, Anthony Joshua's gonna get broke up now because Anthony Joshua become a businessman. Anthony Joshua's always been a businessman.
Yes,
Don't get
sir.
twisted by it, right?
Yes,
Now the things that he didn't do because he played a man, he tried to fight a man at his strongest game plan to try and box with him when that's not what he should have been doing, right? But it's easier said than done. Yeah, just go in and rough him up because nothing man tried to go in and rough him up. And what I've noticed is like Usyk has a way of draining you mentally.
Can you just read what I just put up on the screen, please?
Jermaine Williams, you little muppet. Remember Jermaine? I don't strangle Jermaine. I know Jermaine from Sunday school days, yeah, with him and his little teeth in brother Garfield. They used to rub the tuck shot regular, right? So, but answer the question. Yes,
Can he win?
yes,
Yes
he can.
or
Yes,
no?
all right, Ton, I'm gonna keep this thing 100. Yes, he can win, but he needs to
Okay.
phone. He needs to phone the master genius and the master knowledge, and we can chop up something for him. That's what I'm saying, right?
All right. Well, I'll give my little take on it. I watched the fight about. I watched the fight twice today, funny enough, and I haven't really watched it back since the fight. And what I can tell you this is that when I talk about roadman science, I'm not actually talking about a fighting style. I'm talking about a mentality, as you just said. It's a
Okay.
mentality. AJ cannot just go in there winging because in round 3, 4, and another round, AJ was hurt by Usyk. And so what that shows me after watching the fight twice is not only this is a difficult fight for Anthony Joshua. I'm just keeping it real. It's a very, very not difficult. I don't like the word to use the word. It's a very challenging fight, and the right game plan has to be adopted in the sense that this is just from my standpoint. It doesn't need to be right. It's everybody's entitled to an opinion, but it does need to be more aggressive. It does need to be more aggressive. It does need to because straight after watching the fight twice, I watched the Derek Chisora fight, and Derek Chisora had far more success than Anthony Joshua. And I'm giving Anthony this from now, flinging the overhand right. Dash the overhand right because what Usyk was doing was throwing straight shots, double jab right hand, 1-2 from the southpaw position. But Derek was catching him with right hooks to the body because I know the AJ man them are listening, and I'm just giving my 2 pence, may not be, worth anything, and the overhand rights. Those are the 2 shots that Usyk is susceptible to, And if you can land them with enough power and speed, then AJ stands a good chance. Technically, it just Usyk really confuses people with his movement. The left, right, the head movement. So what happened in that fight there, from what I can see, is that AJ just stood there too long. And you got to remember, when a man's moving left, right, the brain is moving left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. So maybe for sparring, AJ should not only spar with southpaws, but he should also spar with orthodox fighters and movers. So other than that, I'm always gonna back AJ, and that's I'm not speaking to him personally on the phone, but hopefully somebody from the camp or even himself can hear this. And those two shots, you need to employ those two shots: overhand right and a right hook to the body, and
Yep.
then he has a chance.
Well, like I said, I would say the things that AJ has to do is more to do with the mental psychology than the physical prowess, right? That is it. You know what I mean? And I would like for him not to be anti Joshua, the businessman, at this time, not to be this KKKKK. You know what I mean? Like, I'm happy to be here and we're going to try a thing and da 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 da. But to totally just switch up the whole thing, see Usyk with his hat on and just drag his hat down so he can drop on the floor and push him over, and all push down a couple Saudi men as well and say, listen, I'm coming to brock you up. That's what I think he should be doing.
Let me just read this because very interesting from Anton. He said he was at the press conference. Usyk's team said they had a game plan. They had to keep their fighter in check to keep the plan. Usyk said there was another level he could have gone to, thoughts. And this is what I ascertained by watching the fight today. This guy has got levels, but he didn't actually draw the gears on AJ.
He didn't have to. That's why.
Yeah, he didn't have to. It was only the last round when he said, you know what, Chad, let me fling some combination. Because in the Chisora fight, you see the spike come out of him. And look, because Derek made him show that spike. So that, again, is another area which we have to look at. Usyk does look like he's got another level. And I believe he's going to need that because Anthony Joshua is coming with another level as well. This guy has got a strong mindset. He has got a strong mindset. I don't care what people say about his mindset. He definitely has. To just attract so many people to an event means you got a strong brain.
Yeah.
Bruv, that attendance for Tottenham was mad.
Bruv, Tunde, up to now, I get it.
Yeah, trust me.
Anthony Joshua brings in families. That is the seriousness of Anthony
Yeah,
Joshua.
it's serious. So
He brings in families, bro.
He's definitely got that, and that's a great point, Anton. Let's see if we can bring in one of our first guests. Let's see if Derek is ready to come in. I don't know who this is on the phone, but let me go and carry on, Spence.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, I just know, and we're gonna do keys to victories later on when we're closer to the fight for Anthony Joshua. We're gonna talk about the ways to win for Usyk as well, because we're not leaving him out. He's the actual champion. You know what I mean? And a first time after Evander Holyfield to become a unified champion, he was an undisputed champion at cruiserweight, but he's a unified champion up at heavyweight, which is a very, very serious thing. So I would say for Anthony Joshua is like, don't try to download too much information. Yeah? But the things that you're good at, which you're really good at, improve on them. That is it. You know what I mean? The things that Anthony Joshua is very good at, he's got very quick twitch muscle fiber. I think which is like 5 years ago now since he fought Klitschko, that we've seen a regression in mental aptitude, where it's like he's become safety first because he's looking to prolong his career. So he's kind of looked at the blueprint of what Klitschko's have done, where they said, right, we're not going into no gun hole wars anymore. We're just going to be keeping our jab back. If the knockout comes, it comes. If it don't matter. We're winning comprehensively. So I think that's the kind of mindset that he had. But remember, he's left one Robert to go to another Robert. Right? So he's left the fish and chips Robert to go to the tacos Robert. Right? So
All right.
I'm gonna see what Robert Garcia is going to add to the game plan of Anthony Joshua. What I do know is that we're going to see a more aggressive based Anthony Joshua because of all of Robert Garcia's fighters have all been aggressive based fighters. Right? So it's gonna be interesting. But then remember, like Anton said, sorry to cut you, Ton, like Anton said, and you were just saying, we knew that USYK has said that they stuck to the game plan, but they had more game plans on top of that game plan.
Oh, definitely. Usyk can be much more aggressive. He can be aggressive, and I think that he may need to show that. But I hear all this, and even I've said, the roadman science mentality is definitely something that maybe Anthony needs to adopt in this, just to kind of even it up. But also, Usyk has that warrior mentality as well. He just hasn't had to show it on occasions. Where what you're saying about Robert Garcia, I don't totally agree with that because if you look at Mikey Garcia, Mikey Garcia was very technical.
Yeah, viciously.
And
But Tundi, Mikey Garcia has acquired that technicality over years, my friend. Not
that's
6 months, over
that's
years.
that's facts. That's facts. That's
Right.
facts. That's facts.
So I didn't want to touch on that because I didn't want to seem like I'm downplaying like, right, it's going to take you ages to go catch up to that level. But on the real son, it's going to take ages to catch up to that level of IQ.
Again, I always say it boils down to the individual, and the reason why I say that is because certain individuals have the ability to impute information very quickly. Anthony Joshua appears to be, to me, from the outside looking in, one of those individuals. He looks like somebody who can take in information and do it quicker than others. And hopefully that is the case
Well,
for this.
I hope so, Ton. I hope
Yeah.
so.
This is a tough fight. There's no doubt about it. We're not trying to kid anyone. Just because, as you said, I still feel, and as Anton is asking the question, I still feel that Usyk hasn't showed his true levels. He's still got more levels. Still, and remember, he's adjusted to this weight category now. The Chaz Witherspoon fight, he didn't look too special. The Derek Chisora fight, he didn't look too special, but then he pulled it out the bag for the AJ fight. And so months down the line, he's definitely grown more accustomed to the fight now. At that little press thing the other day in Saudi, he looked massive, bro. He had a little belly there, Usyk.
Yeah, but because he's getting accustomed to the weight, Ton.
Yeah. He looked massive there. He did look massive.
And remember, that man's fighting war as well, you know?
How say that again?
That man's fighting a war as well for the Ukraine.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to say. It's like I've seen that this man has the ability to adjust in all aspects. Whether you can't bring it to him, if you bring it to him, it'll just go left and right and just keep it basic. But as most Russians, they, the good ones, they master the basics. We see this with Bivol, we see this with Usyk. Those straight punches, and those slipping and moving to the side, is very difficult sometimes to master. So I don't know if Derek's from the old school. He might be having problems with his tech age of pressing a link and jumping.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to Derek Chisora.
See what Scott's saying and what Derek's saying.
Well, Scott should be jumping on that off our pass right now. So I'm going to send Scott a message now.
Okay. Ota Alexander Wilson, thank you for the $5, sir. He said Robert Garcia's fighter last night, Bam Rodriguez, looked special. Did you all see him fight? I haven't watched the fight yet. I haven't caught up with the fight.
Nah, he's serious. He got hands. But Bam Rodriguez, yeah?
Derek Williams.
Derek Williams. Gone. Oh, he's being paused. Yeah, Bam Rodriguez is a good fighter. All right, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Julius Francis is here now. Yo, Julius.
Yo, Spen, what's good?
I'm live on The Fight Is Right now, doing my show. I just like, seeing as like this is a real quick one for you. We've got your old adversary jumping on there as well, Scott Welsh. I just want to hear from you. You guys on here, can you hear Julius through my phone? What? Yeah, I want to know. Can't hear you, Tunde. Your phone's on mute. Right. I want to know this, Julius, while you're here. Like, what do you think Anthony Joshua would have to do to secure victory against USYK?
Be a bully. He has to be a bully. If he wants to win, he has to be a bully.
Okay.
There's one thing he has, which is his. I say one thing. He has his size. Yeah, and when you're fighting a smaller guy, you have to bully them.
You know what, Julius? What are you doing now? I'm going to send you the link to the show. Yeah, because
you know what, Spen.
God.
I'm at my parents.
Okay. How's your mom, man? All right. Well, anyway, continue. Just drop it now. What you think Anthony Joshua would have to do to secure victory?
He has to be a bully. He can't go out there and try and box the man. He has to go out there and rough the man up. If he wants to win the fight, he's got to be nasty. He can't be this pretty nice guy. You know, that nice guy image is some of it is slipped, and it has to be. You have to take that inside the ring.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of basically pure and simple.
So, do you think that the change of trainers is going to help him? Is it going to be an advantage or a disadvantage for Anthony Joshua at this stage of his career?
To me, it's going to be an advantage because he's learning and seeing and doing different things. He's being told how to have a different mindset and how to be. Yes, he's definitely learning new tricks. But then you've got the trainer has to instill in him to be. You know what? It's not pretty in there. It's not pretty in there. I remember when I was fighting and looking back at the guys who were above me, and that was like the likes of Lennox and Tyson and Evander Holyfield. At times when it got nasty, when I could get into the trenches, they started using any means necessary, and those guys will tell you the same thing. Those guys will tell you exactly the same thing.
Right. So how would you see this fight going, Julius?
I want to see Anthony win. I want to see him coming out victorious, but he can't go in there and say, right, I'm going to try and outbox the boxer. Because we all know that USYK is a fantastic boxer, a box fighter. He can take a good dig, and he's grown. And you've got to remember now, he's going in with a completely different mindset, because he's going in with a mindset that, you know, I'm fighting for my country. I'm fighting for the pride of a nation. The things he's seen in the last few months, you know, and so stepping into a boxing ring is kind of like child's play for him. That's kind of basically what it is, because of what the things he's seen in where he's been in his own country. You know, it's kind of basically as simple as that.
Okay, so if you was working in Anthony Joshua's corner, what advice would you give Anthony Joshua?
Don't step back. Use your height, reach, weight advantage. Hit him below the belt and take a big jab blanket. Make the man. You have to make the man feel you.
Sorry, your phone's just gone a bit funny there, Julius, mate.
Sorry, hello?
Yeah, I can hear you better now. Say that again, please. What Anthony Joshua would have to do to... What would he have to do?
We need a different network, mate.
Yeah, Julius.
With a different network. Oh, tight. Anyway, Spenny, we're gonna come back to
One
Julius.
second, wait, Julius, wait a second. Go on.
1 second.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe this is not the right area for me for my phone.
Yeah.
Don't you start now, mate.
You're not from the right area, mate.
Yeah, like I said, he's got to go out there and be nasty, be the aggressor, be the one that's the referee has to talk to. Yes, he's gonna hit the man right the back of the head. Yes, he's gonna maybe find an elbow in there. Yes, he might hit the man low. you know what? Lose a point to win a fight.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Julius, before you go, let me just commend you on your bravery the other day. Bro, that if you throw that hook against Mike, you would be world heavyweight champion right now. That hook is serious.
The guy I'm going to say was the guy was a little bit lighter, and I've heard that the guy he actually is a boxer.
A boxer, yeah.
Yeah, he's a boxer of sorts. He does train in a gym somewhere over in East London, apparently.
Sorry, I'll correct you, Julius. He's a boxer. No, he doesn't. He boxes apples and oranges down the market, brother.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. He ain't got a PT job now. He won't be training boxing anymore because that job's done, mate. Anyway, while you're there, Julius,
I can't really.
You can't really comment on that one.
Don't touch on that, Jude. Don't touch on that. But while you're on the line, let me keep.
It was a situation. And you know, it's kind of panned out the way it has. Unfortunately.
Julius, don't let me listen. Let's not implicate ourselves in any way. Let's move on for that.
No.
Let's move.
Like I was saying, going back to the subject at hand.
Yes.
Anthony has to go out there and really take charge and be that guy, you know. But this is the thing about Anthony Joshua. Up until maybe the Dillian White fight, and maybe one or two fights after that, there was this certain nastiness about Anthony. And after the Dillian White fight, he sort of went corporate, and he turned into this really Mr. Nice Guy. Okay. And that's not what fighters are. We are different people inside the ring than we are outside the ring. Yeah. But we have to carry that nastiness that we have, that innate nastiness that we have, through the ring and make it work for us, especially at that level. I never fought for a world title. I fought world class fighters and world title fighters and world champions. And I never went in there thinking, I've got this nice image and I've got to be nice. I went in there thinking that, you know what, it has to be do or die.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
While you're on the line, Julius, I don't want to keep your fellow compadres waiting. Backstage, let me just bring these two men on because these men are serious. Wait, that's number one, and this is number two. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Fight Is Right, Mr. Scott. For nothing you don't know, his middle name is Roy Welch. Former Governor British Commonwealth WBO Intercontinental Champion, and alongside him is our brother, Mr. Sweetie Derek Williams, former British
Yeah, that's very nice. Big up. That's very nice. Welcome, guys. Welcome. How are you?
Wait, Julius. Derek Williams. You got to give the man them their thing. Big up Derek Williams, former British Commonwealth European heavyweight champion. Gentlemen, it's an honor and a great pleasure to have both of you alongside Julius Francis. Really.
Wow. You know what? I kind of feel intimidated now.
Julius, listen, man. So amazing listening to you guys.
We're cutting out a bit.
Hey, what, Julius, yeah? We're going to jump off with you. We're going to arrange to get you on it properly because Julius just phoned me. He just gave me a phone call. So that's what we'll just bring him on. So, Julius, pick up yourself. Keep it safe. Thank you very much. Very, very stringent and touching stuff that you gave us. So thank you for joining The Fight Is Right. Bless up, my brother.
Big up Julius Francis. Anyway, let's get cracking, lads. How you doing, Scott?
Yeah, very well, thank you. Very well. How are you? You guys good?
Yeah, fine, thank you.
Right. Now, someone thinks crackling. Scott Welsh looks like he's in a sauna, you know?
that's the spare room, mate. Don't worry about
that. Is that me? Do you think that's me? Is the crackling coming from me? Do you think?
Derek, have you got the microphone? Turn the volume down on your phone, Derek.
Turn down.
Yeah, that's better.
That's better.
Okay. My bad.
Yeah. All right.
Scott, good to see you, man.
You hear me all right?
Spencer, Tunde.
Good to see
You
you as well,
Hey,
my
guys.
man. Right, let's
Okay, good, man.
Thank you.
let's get the questions going. Let's first straight off the back to Scott. Scott, obviously we've got this big fight coming up between Usyk and AJ. What's your thoughts on the fight? You know, how do you see it going? What do you feel tactics need to be implied? Let's go first with Anthony Joshua, because he's the the home fighter, so to speak, and he's the one that I feel that all British fans and fighters should be getting behind.
Absolutely. I'm a big fan of Anthony's and have been for many years since the amateurs. Really, I knew him from the amateurs, and was I so well? I would say that the first fight with Usyk, I was disappointed. I was there. I expected him to have a fight with him and not box him. I was a bit shocked that he boxed him with his height, reach, weight. He had all the advantages, the punch, everything. I believe that Usyk thought he was going to the death chamber. When I looked at him,
Stop for a second, yeah.
about him,
Sorry to interrupt you. It's Derek's that's causing the cracking in Derek.
Let me turn my mic right then.
Yeah. Because you're one that's causing the crackling, and yeah, thank you. Yep, go on, continue, Scott. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, so I believe that that everything was set. But the fight was at Tottenham. Massive stadium. Everything was set for Anthony. So I must say I was disappointed with tactics. Do I believe he could do it the second time around? Absolutely. All he's got to do is believe, go out there and put every single thing on the line to win it back. And I believe that's what he needs to do. If he wins, if he wins on points, hey ho, way great. He's still won. He's won and he's back. But I believe he owes it to the fans and the people to go out and take this fight to him. And I believe that he can do it, and I believe he will do it. So,
That's excellent. Before I'm going to come back to you, Scott. Derek, let me hear what you have to say about this fight and how you feel that the fight can be won or lost.
Here's the mic.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Okay. Go ahead, guys. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you, Derek, loud and clear.
No, but when I turn the mic, I'll be crackled for some reason.
Yeah, but you don't need to turn the mic on. We can hear you without not the mic, just the actual volume.
I can't hear you guys properly.
If you turn the volume down, you can't hear us.
Let me come back in about 2 minutes. I'll change my network to another PC.
All right, no problem. Thank you very much, Derek.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we could stick with Scott Welsh, yeah?
Yeah.
I remember when Scott Welsh boxed. No, it was James Oyebola, right? The first fight when he fights James Oyebola. In America, it was really kind of a weird one because it was two British guys fighting for a title in America on a Lennox Lewis undercard in 94 in it.
6th of May 94, yeah.
Don't muck around with me, bruv. Right? And I remember you come up second best in that fight, yeah? And Scott used to do this thing, yeah? Because, like, I used to joke around with Scott, because I've known Scott since I've been, like, 15, 16. Like, Scott used to shake his hand like he's doing a Maxwell House commercial. He shake his hand when he's fighting. He shake his hand, then throw the jab at you, yeah? And he shake his hand and throw the right hand. So he used the shaking to disguise. You didn't know what shot he's going to throw at you. And I remember you come second best against Oyebola. And I remember Oyebola, because at that time, you were with Matchroom, weren't you? Because you was with Barry Earn. And Herbie Hyde was like the up-and-coming star. And it was like, after Oyebola got the win over you, he went, Herbie, come on, Herbie, I want you, Herbie. God rest Oyebola's soul in paradise, you know what I mean? And in the rematch, because I like this, the reason why I'm glad that I got you, because you got got stopped in the previous fight, and how you came back in the rematch, was it 3 or 4 fights after, you was a totally different person. How did you adjust mentally from accepting your first professional loss and then coming back?
Great question.
I believe that I weighed 15 stone 6 for the first fight. I think James weighed about 16.10, and then for the second fight I put on a stone. So I come in at 16.5 for the second fight. It was 18 months down the road. I had more experience. I believed I was basically, he broke my jaw in the first round. He hit me with the right hand in the first fight, in the first round, snapped my jaw. I didn't know it was broke at the time. I just knew it was damaged. So the plan was to fight him. I then changed my game plan, had to box him. I was boxing him. I thought I was having more success, but I wasn't going for the knockout. I was because of the damage to the jaw. So I was boxing him, and then I think third round, I dropped him at the end of the third quite badly. He got up. It was my first time ever in a 12-round fight, and my trainer said to me at the time, "Whatever you do, don't go for the kill in this round," which was the fourth round. He said he's falling apart, and he'll fall apart in the over the next couple of rounds. Just keep behind the jab. It wasn't the best advice in my eyes. I had one chance to get him out of there and jump on him because I had the broken jaw. I couldn't tell anyone about the jaw in the corner either because I had the camera on me. So it was a little bit difficult as well. So they didn't know, the corner didn't know that I had a damaged jaw. But they told me to box. I then boxed. Let him back in the fight in the fourth round, and in the fifth round, I remember looking across and they were slapping him and trying to get him up for the fifth round. And in my corner, they were telling me to stay calm and be cool, and everything was coming together and blah blah blah. I think I was ahead on points at the time, and he came out swinging in the fifth round. I saw the shot, I believe I saw the shot coming. I put my hand up to defend it, and he came around the side, and all I remember is the Tweety birds going round round top of my head. He caught me with a beautiful shot, and he knocked me over, and I was done for. So, and then obviously everything was for the revenge. Then it wasn't personal. I had to make it kind of personal to a certain degree. I envisioned his face on the bags, his face, every run that I did, every hill that I hit, he was in my head. So I think I changed. I thought I was training hard before, but I wasn't because I trained so much harder. But everything left no stone unturned as far as I was concerned. I had a big guy called Big John, who I think he was 30 stone at the time, and I was wrestling him and doing everything I could. I mean, James was a massive guy, 6'9", 16 stone 10. Heavyweights then weren't so big. I mean, 16'10", still a big man. Like I say, I'm a small heavyweight. I'm 6'2", and I was 15 and a half and coming at 16 and a half, which is I believed it was a perfect weight for me, 16 and a half. I don't think I could have beaten that much better at 17 and a half. I mean, Big Dell, I think I sparred Big Dell in preparation for it as well, who's on now. So we did some fantastic rounds, and there's always a war with him as well. So he's 6'5", 6'6" as well. So that was good. That got me ready for the turn.
So Scott, would you say that part of your mindset going into that rematch was that extra training, the wrestling, the running up the hills, because you went into that second fight, from what I understand from what you're saying, is that you had prepared your body physically to go in for a tear up the rematch.
Yeah, absolutely. There was no so this is Anthony Joshua knows that, you know, can he could he outbox him? You know, why I, they must have, the team must have got behind him and said, look, we're going to box him. I mean, I watched him fight Joyce back in the amateurs, and he dealt with Joyce pretty easy back in the amateurs, I think, USYK. But they're not the same guys now. You know, this is not the same guy. So he's obviously, he wants to win massively as well. So, but I just believe that Joshua's got the edge on size, height, reach. You know, he's got the best camp in the world, isn't he? And did have the best camp before in the world. So he shouldn't have failed the first time. But I think the tactics was wrong. I don't believe he should have boxed him. I believe he should have fought him and go out and, you know, get involved, get hold of him. You know, it's a big man against a small man. A good big man will always beat a good small man. You know, he is good, USYK, but I believe Joshua, as far as I'm concerned, is a better man. You know, is a better athlete. You know, and he should definitely pull this off.
Before we move on to Derek, there's a question there to you, Scott, from Anton. We call him Mr. ITV because he's the commentator for ITV. Anton speaks. He asked a question. He said, and this is directed at you, Scott. At what point does a fighter have to make their own decisions in the ring, or should they always trust their corner?
No, I think that was the thing. You know, he should have known in that first fight that he had to fight at kind of the halfway decision. You know, even the first shot he got hit with when he come out, as soon as the fight started, he got hit with a right hand straight away. You know, that should have told him, and then he continued getting hit all the way through. So I would have thought that he was going to change his game plan there, but I believe he was under orders. He's got in a habit, he did get in the habit, I believe, of listening to what the guy is saying, especially after the Ruiz fight. The comeback, everything was kind of like, even in the Ruiz comeback, it wasn't kind of what we would have thought the comeback would have been, you know. So,
Yes.
And then I think he's in a habit. I think he's ripped that paperwork up now by the look of it, by the sound of it. Everything he's doing now sounds like he's now talking the language that we want to hear. He's talking knockouts. He's going to have a tear up. He's got to fight. Everyone want to see the knockouts. Nobody's interested in going points. Everyone wants a knockout. So, and that's what he's got to do. He's got to deliver on that. If he delivers, then he's back, isn't he? Then he's got, you know, and hopefully the Tyson Fury fight's there for him.
Yes.
And, you know.
That's great. That's great. Someone, before I bring in Derek, thanks for that, Scott. We'll be coming back to you, but someone said you missed someone's super chat. Actually, I put up the super chat, and the super chat was with regards, and I don't know why someone would do this when we're obviously talking about USYK and Joshua. We're not here to talk about Adam Azim, but since you put up the comment, because I saw the comment, it was directed at me. The question was asked me, what do I think about Adam Azim? I remember it because I did read it. I put it up on the screen. What do I think about Adam Azim and Sky and Boxer wanting to make him the youngest world champion? It's great. You know, listen, boxing is about maneuvering, making the right fights at the right time. We all know, or those of us who are on the fighters right know that I trained. It's there. It's documented. It's on YouTube. I trained Adam Azim and his brother from 7 years old up. You know, and I've always said that Adam Azim is a star because, you know, he was born or manufactured to be a star from his father. You know, he didn't go to school like other kids, and his dad had a dream, had a vision, and all Adam knows is boxing. And that's why he has developed so quickly. Adam will sit there and watch boxing all day from the age of 7 years old, 8 years old. So Adam is definitely. Spencer asked me about him. I said, the kid's a star. He's a potential star. But as all of these fighters on this show would know, boxing is about staying focused. And so if the young man can stay focused, I believe that he could be a world champion. And we're always coming from our point of view. We don't know what the individual is gonna do outside of boxing. But if that young man stays focused, I believe he'll be a world champion. Now, no more questions on Adam Azim while we're talking about Joshua and Usyk. Moving on to the former British, Commonwealth, and European heavyweight champion Derek Williams. We on The Fight Is Right are interested to know. Derek says you spelled his name wrong. Gary, you don't spell Derek like that, fam. Spell the thing right. Go on BoxRec. You get the right spelling. It's spelled DEREK. Don't come with some American Derek. That's how the Americans spell Derek.
Now you know what? Gary's gonna blame me, cause I said I'll put their names on the thing. I'll just quickly. That's
No,
my
brother. You know, Spencer's mashup sometimes, but the correct spelling is DEREK. Derek Williams. Okay, thank you very much. Let's make that quick adjustment. Gary, there you go. Abracadabra, mate.
Right. Thank you. This is what I want to ask. This is what I want to ask Derek Williams. I want to ask Derek Williams this, right? Before we even start on anything.
Yes.
Derek Williams had a humongous fight with Lennox Lewis, right?
Yes,
in 1992, right? Early 1992, right? After Lennox Lewis had just captured the British title by beating Gary Mason, and Derek Williams did a vicious demolition job on the late Hero Curry, and they met in the middle for it was the British, European, and Commonwealth Championship,
yes.
right? Derek was then like it was kind of things like I told you these things about swings and roundabouts. Frank Warren bought Derek Williams's contract, and they brought in a great man in Angelo Dundee, who famously worked with Sugar Ray Leonard and famously worked with Muhammad Ali, to name his two biggest men that he's worked with. But he works with loads of other great fighters as well. Did that, even though Derek came second best, but now when you look at it in hindsight, it don't make no difference because Lennox Lewis is one of the greatest heavyweights of all time, right? Derek could really fight. Derek had bag of skills, Technically, yeah. Derek,
He was the Prince of Peckham, fam.
it was, but of course, Derek Williams was
In Peckham, everyone used to talk about Derek.
Everybody.
Derek was a hot driving around in the Mercedes.
Okay, it was silver, innit? Remember that Mercedes?
Bro, big boy Mercedes.
Sweet D. Big up, guys. Big up. Tunde, Spencer, blessings.
Yeah. And so what I'm saying is, when you bring in a trainer, and like you had one of the greats, because Emmanuel Stewart's one of the all-time greats, right? Did it add to your game plan? Did it change anything to your game plan? Was it enough time? Because it was a very short period.
That's exactly what I was about to say to you, right? It's a psychological thing because Angelo Dundee is like you said, is a big name, and he's been in all the great fighters and trained the greatest to me. I don't know if that made a difference. Not because Lennox won, but because what he brought to the table was telling me things that really I knew already. But because it's Angelo Dundee saying it, you think to yourself, wow, Angelo Dundee told me to throw a jab. You understand? So with Joshua bringing in Garcia now, I don't know if he's had enough time with Garcia that's going to make that rudimental change, the rudiments where it's grounded in him, embedded in him, that it will come naturally. Because under pressure, he's going to resort to type. You understand? Everyone has a good intention, and you get in the ring, people say Anthony's fighting against USYK, and USYK has got to fight for his country because they're at war. Everyone has a reason why they want to fight and why they want to win. So everyone's purpose for fighting is going to be special to them. So I don't know if USYK country being at war is also going to help USYK, because that could also be a problem to USYK, because boxing is funny. Once you get in the ring, all the troubles and worries in the world that you think you're going to get rid of, it comes to light. And you realize yourself that they're bigger than you can handle. So now, bringing in a trainer at this point, I don't know if that's going to really help him. I'd like to see Anthony win the fight because he's a person that I know over here. But USYK is not going to be an easy fight. It's not.
Derek's pause.
You see, the Prince of Peckham has become the poor of Peckham because his Wi-Fi mashed up.
I'm the Prince of Peckham, ain't paid his council tax, mate. Old tight SS10. Big up the crowd yesterday in Coventry. The support for Dylan Chima was a madness. The entrance was just brilliant. Rest in peace, Sehud Muswala. #justice. Thank you very much, sir.
Listen, also, Boxing Bonkers has asked me to big up his son. So from me and Tunde, and the fight is right. Yeah, AD Malik, big up because your dad properly supports the show. Right, thank you very much. Yeah, Derek, I don't know what's happened with Derek Williams. He's going to have to jump off and then maybe come back in. I'm hearing exactly what Derek was saying. It's like, because you hear a certain man say, you think, well, Angelo Dundee's telling me to do it, so obviously it must be right, or it must be, you know what I mean? With Andy Joshua and the change of trainers, like I said, I think it's more to do with his mental psyche, right? And I would like Andy Joshua not to play the nice guy in this. I've seen it already. Like, he's in this nice guy business. Like, I think that we all know that professional fighters are actually professional assassins when it is administered correctly. And I think Andy Joshua needs to administer that.
Can I just say one thing? Again, everyone on here. What's that echo in business? Hello? Yeah. Everyone on here will know that when Dylan White had the face-off with Tyson Fury, and Tyson Fury gave him the hat, and I was like, fam, Dylan should have just clapped the hat on the floor. Just throw that, let him know you're in a fight. I saw the same thing again with AJ at this press conference where USYK is giving him a phone to do the selfie. And I'm saying, fam, just box the phone out of his hand. Box it out of his hand and let him know this ain't a selfie. It's not a selfie thing. We're here
That's what I'm talking about, Kun.
This time I'm coming in here to knock you over. Like, it's not like, that's why I'm saying that. I don't know. Sometimes I don't get it. Like, that's why I wanted to hear what Scott felt and the mindset that Scott went into that rematch with, because maybe it's just me, but I'm like, when you get past all the boxing, the double jab, right hand and everything, in essence, it's a fight. It's a fight. But tell me if I'm wrong or right, please. I need the people to educate me because I'm here to be educated as well. But I'm like, this is a fight. Like, we're in here to someone can end up losing their life. So, yeah, all right. Well, respect, shake hands and all of that. But when especially in a case of redemption, where the man has already embarrassed you and I'm outboxed you and almost stopped you, this time you're supposed to be showing him from the press conference that it ain't that this time. I'm not joking. And I feel that maybe this is what Judas Francis was talking about when he came on, where the attitude has changed. The attitude has changed. He's not the same kind of guy. And I don't want to believe that. I want to believe that AJ ain't that same kind of guy. But I just feel that it's been noted that he ain't gonna win a boxing match against USYK. We know that. So there's got to be some boxing. A lot of it is psychology. That's what Derek Williams was just saying. A lot of it is psychology. So there has to be some psychological warfare going in. You can't go into this thing because you see USYK when he starts popping his eyes like that, his big eyes, and they're like laughing and joking. He's doing that to AJ to rock AJ to sleep. That's why he's doing that. So please, Scott, please educate me again. And maybe I'm talking nonsense, but I just thought there needs to be a bit of machoism in this.
Well, I believe, I'm not sure that Joshua was willing to lose his life in the last few Ruiz fight. In this fight, definitely to win and win sensational, he needs to understand that his life is on the line. That's
Yes.
right. He has to put every single thing on the line to win this fight. Otherwise, he doesn't win. Simple as that. Because for me in boxing, you guys know as well, you got to put your life on the line to win these fights. You ain't going to get in there and just go points and hope win on points. This is a fight to the death. He has to show that everything that he wants, everything he's about, has got to be this night, and he's got to be victorious in this massively.
Excellent, Scott. Well, listen, Scott, it's been an absolute pleasure having you with us this evening. Thank you for giving us our time, and it's been wonderful to hear your insight and really your mindset going into that second.
I don't think people know, just how strong and tough Scott Welch was. You know why? Because I'm going back 92, 93, when Scott would travel around the whole of the UK, right? This is why I knew Scott had money, because he was driving up in some big boy Range Rover then, yeah?
Here we go. Here we go.
Scott will pull up. Listen, Scott will pull up. He'll come down to Lynn, get sparring in with Danny Williams, right?
Yeah.
Danny was amateur them times. He'd leave from the Lynn. It would spar a man like Wayne Llewellyn. He'd spar Julius. He'd go up to Sheffield. He'd spar all the Sheffield guys, them. All of them. Yeah, I mean, him and Clifton Mitchell. Clifton Mitchell, by his own admission, said that you broke him up one time in sparring.
Come on.
Yeah.
Right? Scott Welch was serious, you know. Trust me. Scott Welch, no. Scott Welch was a serious fighter. And I remember when they was building him, they were saying like, he was the new Billy Walker. Billy Walker in the 60s was a phenomenal star, right? Because he had one amateur fight, Great Britain versus USA, right? And he knocks out some American guy, and then he just shot into some very wealthy businessman now, right? So Scott Welch was that guy. He was like this darling. People don't realize like time is a mad thing. Like you got to constantly keep on reinventing yourself or revigorating yourself. But Scott has done fantastic well in business as well, so I commend him for that. But what people don't realize, like Scott Welch came to fight. And he also came to lick out, man. He went in a little jab business, you know. Scott Welch would come to punch at your lights, son.
And I mean, listen, that was shown and implemented in the rematch with Oyebola, and that's why it was important for Scott to really explain his mindset going in to that rematch, and even explaining the first fight. And let's hope that Anthony Joshua has taken something from listening to that, because me and Spencer have been saying this for a long time. I feel that the younger fighters or that the current fighters, they don't ask people that's walked the road before for advice, as if their advice don't mean nothing. But guess what?
Crazy.
How can it not mean nothing when they've already walked in here? There ain't nothing new in boxing. It's the same bloody game from the 60s. It's the same people running it, same people controlling it, same matchmaking skills and artistry, same promoting skills and artistry. It ain't changed. So this is someone who's been there, maybe not on the level that you have been on, but it's the same game. And I thank you again, Scott, for coming on, for sharing your moments with us, and we wish you nothing but the best. Have we got anything in the pipeline? Because I know your son is boxing. What's going on there?
I think he's out again in September. He broke his hand in January. It went again in the last fight. So we're going to wait now and get it completely healed, and we'll be ready to go again in September. So we look forward to that. So
listen, I don't think he's 7. Your son's 7-0 now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Scott Welch Jr. is 7-0, right? And he's a chip off the old block, because he, like his dad, he's all business as well. He's no pretty boy. No, bro. They're coming to lick you out, bro. It's that kind of mentality. That kind of mentality I like to see Andy Joshua implement. And I'm not saying that he can't implement it, because I believe that he can. But like Tunde was saying, he's got to go back to the roadman science. But Scott Welch, a pleasure to talk to you because people, now that you've come on the show, watch how many people start trying to hook you up now to do interviews because you're a plethora of information and knowledge, and you've been my proper pal for the longest time. So salute to Scott Welsh, mate.
Thank you very much, Scott.
Pleasure. Very much. I look forward to that again soon.
Top man. Thank you very much, Scott.
Thank you.
Bye.
Excellent, Spence.
I've got a black book. I'm going to agree with my black book series. Everyone knows my black book series. Scott Welsh's black book is very, very serious as well, you know.
Come on.
He's black book series. Remember, he's an ambassador for the WBC as well. So Scott's serious, man. He's a serious guy, nice guy as well. Does a lot for the community, helps out. He's helped out a lot of ex-fighters who've fallen on hard times. Not from no charity, he just out of his own pocket. He's a good man. I've got a lot of time for him. A lot of time for him. You know what I mean? But yeah, you see Derek, the Prince of Peckham, as you know what I mean.
We're gonna start calling him Trotter. Derek Trotter. Fam, so he just texted me, he said, "Bro, we can't get it. It must be the area." Bro, you know, Peckham, as we call it. It's not even Peckham, it's Peckham, aka Vietnam. The Wi-Fi is, I don't even think Derek lives in Peckham again. Derek's a big baller right now, but it was great to hear what Derek had to say and about the mindset and the fact that he Angelo Dundee wasn't actually telling him anything.
No,
that was new. It was just because it was Angelo Dundee,
right.
And who knows?
Angelo Dundee came in for that fight. I'm telling you now, because I remember at that time there when he fought Lennox Lewis, I was 18 years old. I just won the London Feds, right? And so he's building up for him to fight Lennox Lewis. And I remember Angelo Dundee came over, and I think Angelo Dundee got paid £50,000 to work with Derek Chisora. With Derek Williams, £50,000, and the man must have worked with him for 2 weeks to rout it.
No, that's a good job you can get, mate.
I'm telling you. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. You know what I mean? The game is a game. And I know that Derek could feel like, I paid this man all of this money. I could have done this myself to rout it.
Man said, I thought Derek still lives in a secluded farm. From no Wi-Fi, fam. Listen, 362 people strong on the thing.
Nah, that's big, man.
Press the like button, press the subscribe button. You know you cannot go any energy remotely or any frequency remotely close to myself and Spencer and the Fight Is Right and Gary, the man behind the cam, on a Sunday evening, preparing you for the week ahead. And thus far, it's been a great show. Would have been great to get some input from Derek Chisora.
Derek Williams. No, I'll just send that to Chisora. You know, I'll just send that to Chisora because he said like he could jump in for like a quick 5 minutes because he's in camp right now as well. He's getting ready for the Pula fight.
Yeah, and actually, I've got a few things to say to him when Derek does. Come. But old tight Rams, you know what I'm chatting about.
Real vibration.
Vibration's real, fam. Old tight Al Kuya, thank you for the £2. AJ learned his lesson taking selfies with USYK. And this is my point. This is what I'm saying. Don't fall for the old okie doke again. And who knows? I can't even see, like, we don't want to get into that thing like Cambosis, the art of war. I'm meant to fail the weigh-in. No, brother. You never meant to fail the weigh-in. You was weak. That's why you couldn't even block a jab. No disrespect, but you couldn't even have movement in that fight because you probably done the weight wrong. And then you tried to say it was a psychological thing, but it wasn't.
Trust me. Talk to them, Tunde. Talk to them, my red. Say that. Talk to them.
I'm just saying that, Anthony, don't fall for that again. Don't fall for that again. Next time, you got to switch it back on him because he's banking on you being the nice guy. That's how he's moving. He wants you to carry on being a nice guy. Meanwhile, in his head, he's saying, bro, I'm going to break up this brother. So what you do, when he flings out the phone, just clap it out of his hand.
Bro.
just move for me, bro. Just clap the thing out of his hand.
This is the thing that I've said on many occasions, right? Anthony Joshua needs to be more LeBron James and less Michael Jordan, because he's been too corporate man too much. Okay, he's paid the bills, but bruv, you've reached a plethora. You've been a 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, right? You've reached to another stratosphere, right? So why are you playing this corporate thing? What are you looking to inspire? This is the fight business, and fighters more time have got to get down and dirty, right? And this is the time.
Let me tell you something. Usyk is scared of Anthony Joshua. I'm telling you.
Of course, he's scared of him.
Usyk is scared of Anthony Joshua. I'm telling you, Anthony. I'm telling you, he's scared of you, fam. So I can feel the vibes, but he's working psychology. He's working psychology. So you have to know this thing. But this is what I'm trying to say. Sometimes you just need certain men around you that they're not highly educated. They didn't go to university. They didn't go to Cambridge. They didn't go to Oxford. They didn't go to Harvard. They just used to man trying to get one over them. You get me? Those are the kind of brothers that you need sometimes around you. Derek Chisora is one of them, man. Because I know Derek is a man. He was the bro. When we was in Derek will remind me when we was fighting
Klitschko.
Derek was on roadman science. That's what I love. Derek's on roadman science. Derek, and I'm telling you, that thing unsettled the Klitschkos. Because you're there coming up in a face-off, and Derek just boom, slap him in his face. Derek
Cisora's here now.
Oh yeah, the one, the only, Mr. Derek War. We don't even call him. We don't even say Derek first. We say War. Del Boy.
What's up,
Chisora,
brother?
Derek. Ota, ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome to you. Hold on, where's my notes? Wait there. I don't even need my notes. Former British, Commonwealth,
European,
WBO international
champion,
WBA international. Fam, we've rolled up the belts, Derek. We're still going strong. We're not quitting anytime soon either.
And world title challenger.
And I'm so thankful that I have been in the corner with Derek twice. Probably, in my opinion, for his two greatest fights, the Klitschko fight and the one where they jobbed us over. Where was that, Derek? Finland or?
Yeah, Hellenius.
Finland.
Yeah.
Finland, yeah, they jobbed us over there. We won that fight. But no matter, we're still going strong. So, Derek, how you doing? I know you're in preparation for your upcoming fight. I saw David Diamante in New York last week, and he was like, man, I'm so looking forward to coming over, calling Derek's fight. He's one of the most exciting fighters that he's called, and he had nothing but praise to say about you. So, how you doing, D?
I'm good, man. Spencer, before we start, man, I'm so sorry for your loss of your mother, brother.
Thank you very much, bro.
Yeah. And yeah, you know what? She's in a better place now, brother. You know,
100%. And it was like Derek reached out and he touched me. I don't want to talk too much. I'll start crying now, right? But Derek just reached out, and it was just from a real place. Like I said, all of these people on the Fight Is Right on our show, just the support that I've got from them. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these people are strangers to me, but they think they know me because they listen to me and Tunde each week. And Tunde, I mean, too much respect. Country Don, my brother. Let me just say this, yeah? It was Martin Luther King that said, we remember not the words of our enemies, you know what I mean, but the silence of our friends. So when you reach out to me, you're not just a friend, Derek, you're a brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah, from day one, bro. I know you from day one, bro. You know, it's amateur days, bro.
Yeah, I remember seeing Derek when he was, and this was down at the Kronk gym, and Derek used to come there, and he was just a nuisance kid, you know. Asked too much blinking questions. I said, look at this little boy. You know what I mean? So to see what Derek has done, I remember when Derek was in the ABA final, I said, what are you to Derek? So I remember I seen the boxing, I said, Derek reached the ABA finals. I said, what kind of madness is this? Derek's fighting in the squad. Derek. So to see that, and then that's to see like the whole encompass, then like you working with Don Charles. Remember, Don Charles was my senior at my own amateur club. And then you bringing Tunde into the camp as well and blah, just to see all those kind of things at times where we used to do TV shows together, and it's just a blessing, bro. All of these things is just a blessing. So everything is a blessing. So you taking out your big time to jump on the show when you have a really massive fight, and you know what? I think it's very clever matchmaking on this fight for you with Pulev, because Pulev is a very big name, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you know what it is? It's like there's an old saying in Jamaica that an old fire stick is easy to catch. So when you got an old stick that you used to light a fire, you can reignite, and you two are them old fire sticks. So that's going to be some sensational. If you guys ain't bought your ticket or whatever to try and get down, it's at the O2, right?
O2 Arena, yeah.
Got to get down there, because one thing we know guaranteed: win, lose, draw, and win again, because we're winning again. Derek Chisora brings that war. Know that part. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to this fight, because Pulev's going to come to fight, and Derek knows what to do. Because Derek is like Tunde was singing your praise. Tunde was saying, Anthony Joshua, for all his accolades and everything else, yeah, did not remotely get close to success that you had with Usyk. Why do you think that was?
And let me just say, before you answer that question, Derek, you was not given a knockdown in round 4. Because a slow motion that thing today, you clap him on the back of the head and he dropped. And what I was upset about is that the Sky replays didn't even show the knockdown.
You know why? Because the Sky replays were only interested in trying to sell this Usyk man coming to fight Anthony Joshua. And that was disgusting. That was disgusting on the behalf of Sky. And I'll tell them that now straight. It's no hard feeling between me and Sky. I'm just telling you now, that was disgusting. Because there is a knockdown Usyk.
That's why the revenue of boxing on Sky's gone down, bro.
Come on.
See, they rubbed that about.
We're left, bro. We're keying off something else, bro. Everybody's
for
left,
real.
bro.
Let's answer the question anyway. There. What was the question, Spencer?
My thing is that why did you get the success against Usyk that somebody like Anthony Joshua, who was a 2-time heavyweight champion, didn't get?
No, you see, Anthony wanted to box him. Yeah, he was boxing great. He was sparring great. But he didn't realize the guy who was going to be boxing is going to be much better than him. You know, when I walked in the gym, when I wanted to see him sparring, he was doing everything great. He was moving, he was punching, straight punching. Everything was great. Come on the night, it didn't come off. But if he did come off the night, if he did it well on the night and he came off, we'll be talking a different praise song right now. So, you know what? Do you understand? So, you know, in his point, you know, he wanted to box the guy. Yeah, but now he's realized he can't box the guy, so now he's gonna go back to what he knows. That's to spark the guy out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so and he's geared up for this fight, bro. You know, I'm not just saying that because I know he's my boy, but I know when somebody's down and under, and he knows people are writing him off, and he subconscious and in his mind he knows he has to come and knock this dude out.
I like that talk. I like that talk. But do you think like Usyk's trying to lull him into a full sense of security with this?
No. Let me tell you something, man. Usyk, yeah, you know, European fighters like Usyk and them guys, yeah, they are coming, bro. You know, he's not like chilling out and like, you know, I'm gonna be easy, it's gonna be easy fight. No, he's coming, bro. He's gonna be a tough fight for AJ. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough fight for Usyk, second time as well. Do you understand? So, you know, it's gonna be very brutal, this fight. I'm telling you now, watch this fight, you'll see. It's gonna be hard for both fighters because they're both gonna want to win hardcore in a beautiful way, and they're gonna go at it.
So what do you think? What do you think Anthony Joshua needs to do to secure victory?
Bro, all I'm saying is, you know, sometimes, you know, the game plan goes out the window, bro. All you have to do is bite the gumshoe, bro, and just let the leather go, bro. That is it, bro. Sometimes you can come back in the corner, they can tell you, oh, do this, but you know what? Just give me the gumshoe, man. Just give me the water.
Let's rock it out.
Let's let it loose, bro. Because I'll be honest with you, people outside might say something, but you're in the ring, you know exactly the pace you're boxing this fight, how far you're going, and you know what your tank, what your muscles telling you, how you're moving, bro. So you know, and you be like, you know what? just buy the gum shit, bro, and just go.
But you see what there? This is why I love you. But your mindset, do you think that is a common thing amongst fighters? Because I feel that I can honestly say that I know that money hasn't changed you. I know that. I know that because obviously it's changed your view outside of your window because you're no longer on ends. You don't need to change your view outside your window, but your mindset, your mentality, your willingness to just say, you know what, bro, you're a man who's been in there. You took defeats, knockout defeats, and come back. Is that really an attitude? Someone like Anthony Joshua, do you feel that's an attitude that Anthony Joshua? Because we saw that early on in his career. We saw the fact that, you know, you go back to the Dylan White fight, he can rock it out. He can just say, chop.
Listen, he can rock it out, man. You know, he can fight, he can punch. He's got everything.
Yes.
You know, and sometimes you have to be at the bottom to realize you got everything so you can come back harder.
Yes,
Man,
yes,
so,
yes.
So we're gonna only see on that day, you know.
Mm.
You know, I can say something else, somebody else can say something else, but there's only two guys in the ring, fellas.
Yes, and this is why the people will forever love you and always support you because I said it just previously. It comes a point where all that boxing thing, bruv, it's all good and everything, but the fundamental basic of boxing is fighting. And you have shown in your own career that, bruv, sometimes we just got to bite down and bite. And you know, we're not haters of Anthony Joshua. We want Anthony to win. We want to see that, and you're close to it.
No, fellas. Let me explain something to you. Even to your listeners, you want AJ to win. Even if you don't like the kid, you want him to win.
Come on.
No. Because you want him to win. You want, even to those young up-and-coming fighters, you want him to win for the simple reason because he brings that glamourness to the game.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he brings that bougie to the game for those bougie housewives want to come and watch
Come on.
that man in the ring. So to your listeners out there, even if you don't like the guy, you want him to win. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
And we all
it does. It sets up the fight what everyone wants to see, which is Tyson Fury against AJ. You know, that's still a massive fight.
It's a big fight either way with no belts, but we want him to win the belts. That's it.
Yes. Absolutely. So, how is your preparation going for the fight? Finally, before we let you go, because I know it's rest is very important. How's your preparation going? How you feeling going into this fight? What's training like?
Bro, you know what? To be honest with you, right now I'm 2 weeks out. I'm not even bothered, bro. I'm just loving life, bro. You know, my kids are healthy.
Yes.
You know, family's healthy and stuff like that. So I'm only bothered by the fact when I arrive to the arena. You know, that's when I start finding the fight. For now, I've been in this game for so long now. You know, if I want to get stressed about this fight, you know, I can't be asked, bro. All I just do, bro, just pray to God and just come out of the ring healthy, bro. You know, I don't ask for to win. I don't ask for anything. I just ask to please just give me a healthy fight so I can go home to my family, bro, and be happy, you know. But you know me, man. I'm an entertainer, bro. I got a product which people want, and come in 2 weeks, bro. Jesus.
We're rocking it. And you know what? One of the reasons I'm laughing because how I know Derek is the epitome of dream it, believe it, become it. I remember one time early was in Don Charles's gym, and I forget who you were sparring. You were sparring like, I don't know, it's a British fighter. And I remember you just said to him, fam, you should just call out Povetkin. And I remember I was sitting, I was thinking, bro, this brother, he can't call out Povetkin. But looking back now at that time, it showed me that in your mind, you believe that you can be up there and challenge these guys. And, you know, and nothing has changed when I look at you and when I listen to you today. And you are definitely going to be the one that's going to say when it's time to stop. It ain't going to be from no outside, you know, because you got a family, as you said. And I just want you to, as you say, continue to do what you love, but leave this game healthy and for yourself and for your family, for your kids. Derek, one
Yeah,
of
man. Yeah, man. You can call out whatever you want, and this is young fighters out there. The people think when you call somebody out, they think it's a disrespect. No, it's
yes,
not. It's the boxing circle is such a small circle, so
yes,
you're allowed to call whoever you want out, bro. As long as you think you can beat him and you can make fight and make good money. That's the whole point. The name of the game is money.
yes, sir.
That is the
Yes,
name of the
sir.
game. Who wants to
Yes,
go run 10 miles, come in the gym and hit the bag and do this for the sake of, because I'm a boxer? It's the name of the game is money.
there you go.
Nothing else. That's
There
it.
you go.
Yeah.
It's money, money. Bro. Everyone needs money, and that's what this is a
Yeah.
unforgiving sport.
Recession is coming, man. So the name of the game is money, bro.
Bro, we don't need to hear that. Most of us man here. Fam, most of us man here are broke, fam. We don't want to hear that.
Shut up, man. You're the most broke man on this TV. Shut up, man. Spencer, talk to your boy, man. What's wrong with him?
Derek Chisora, it has been an
Oh,
absolute
T, when is your boy out? When is the lion out?
October the 22nd, 02. We're going to create history. We're going to create history.
Congrats, man.
It's happening.
Derek, lastly, can I say this? You got a big fight in 2 weeks' time. Can you tell the Fighters Right listeners, which everybody uses as a soundbite now, so get ready, Sun Newspaper and Mirror, because you like to quote the Fighters Right all the time. What are we expected to see from War Chisora versus Pulev?
Pain, war, whatever the worst thing you'd ever think. That's what I'm bringing.
Come on.
I don't mind pain on my body. I'm cool with that. But I want to deliver pain to the other man on the other side. I just want to hurt him, hit him everywhere, and just keep hitting him.
Right, because you've been in with him before. You know what he's about.
Listen, he's an upright fighter, but really and truly, my last fight was not that great, with Joseph Parker, so I changed a little bit more. So you will see on the night. It's going to be unbelievable.
Looking forward to this fight, Derek. Thank you so much for blessing the show.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yo, so fellas, jokes aside, who's sending me my money?
For what? For what?
For being on your show.
For this appearance. Fam, bro, we ain't got no money out here, fam.
Spencer, you or him?
Tunde's paying. Tunde's taking care of it. I got a big funeral to take out.
Oh, you know what, Tunji? I'm coming to get my money next week.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an absolute pleasure having Del Boy Derek Chisora. Come on. Bro, Derek, that's what I'm saying. Derek's still on it, bro. Derek's a king hustler. King hustler trying to draw man's money. No, fam, he ain't getting no money from us.
King. But you know what? I was looking and I'm saying to myself, like, it's an exciting time for boxing. It's a more exciting time because we are getting a fight. And, I'm grateful for Derek for blessing the show. But he sent me a very, very heartfelt message. He said, I'm not going to phone you, Spence, but I'm sending you this message. Because I don't know if you're and it was very heartfelt. And this is the thing, man. I've got a lot of time for the real people in boxing. You know what I mean? Because there are real ones in it. So I'm grateful for them. Like I said from before, very, very grateful to Tunde and because he's really helped me a lot. And what I'm telling you this now to people, don't ever feel embarrassed to reach out to somebody for help, right? Because when I was in a dark place. I'm still not out of this dark place since losing my mom, and it's been 16 days now. It's been hard, but at the same time, when I'm saying it's been hard, reach out and talk to someone, or certain things like certain people could just send you a message and you just read the message, and just perk you up. You know what I mean? Because anxiety is real. There's certain times when I'll be in my car and I just start breathing funny. I start getting nervous and I get the shakes. But that's more so because now I've lost my mom and my dad. But what you realize is like, you don't truly lose them because energy can neither be destroyed neither created, but you lose them in a physical sense. But when I'm on here and I see this little shiny faced Africa with his white teeth, yeah, it makes it all better. And seriously, no. On the reals, because like I'm gonna be real with you. It's been hard. Well, at certain times I'm questioning myself, like, how come I'm not crying enough? I should be crying more. I'm saying, well, you know what I mean, I think I cried. I cried a lot. I cried. Prior to the when we was in the show, prior to my own passing, I broke down, I cried. But it is just about being focused and being grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my missus, my beautiful kids, and for all of my brothers. Yes. What's that? Arash Boxing says, good evening, gentlemen. Sorry, been away for a while. Spencer, my thoughts to you and your family. Keep shining, both of you, and here if you need any support. And Ashraf, I'm sorry, Arash, sorry. I'm very, very grateful for that, my brother. Thank you so much.
Big up, big up. Yeah, it's been a good one. My friend's texting me as we speak. Um, not much left. I mean, the topic was obviously Usyk and AJ. But you know, we'll be remiss if we didn't speak about the fight that we attended last week. With
What fight was that, Tim?
Nah, let's even forget about that. But we know the focus when the fight is announced, we'll touch on it. But yeah, looking forward to it. Gonna be
All I know is this. I watched the TV because I did a watch along because you were out there. I watched the TV. I swear for God, I thought I was watching New Jack City, and I see Nino Brown with his black polo neck and his country. It's country done that. It's country on here that gave me New Jack City. You know, when that movie come out, country had it on pirate video, and country gave me that movie to watch. People don't understand that Tunde is Wesley Snipes, bro. I'm telling you that now.
it was a good night. It was a great trip. Got to see, you know, potential opponent in the flesh, and it's the same with us. You know, we got that mentality. We got that Derek Chisora mentality. Fam, it's boxing. People talk about, you know, fights and well, bro, I don't get it sometimes. When you don't get the fight you want, you criticize fighters for not fighting. And then when they do fight, you start chatting about, oh, it's a dangerous fight. Fam, you're not a fighter.
Just for you.
It's dangerous for you. That's why I keep telling people, like, it's bro, you don't come and put your weak mind perception on me. It ain't, fam. Like I keep telling you, like, I'm one of them guys. I'm like, I know how to act in one environment and I know how to act in another environment. And this is what we was talking about. This is what Julius Francis was talking about. Julius Francis says that basically fighters, they're just pretending. Because deep down, if you're a real fighter, all this before the fight business, that's just some pantomime thing. Because really, you're cold-hearted. You're cold-hearted. You like lick up a man and feel good when you lick it up a man. Sorry for the for the language.
Bobby Wright just says here, sorry, go put it up there. Put up. Thank you for the $4.99. Bobby Wright says, sorry, it's off the topic, but I can't wait for the 22nd of October. It's my birthday weekend. AY wins the titles. Celebration everywhere.
Everywhere.
Right? And you know that was fire emojis that he's putting at the end of it, but obviously YouTube can't use a fire emoji. But I'm just keeping this thing real. Yeah?
You see, Joe, you're getting into it now. But listen, you know us, we're just relaxed. You know, we let these guys do what they do to announce the fight, and then we just go into another mode. So we're looking forward to it. So I guess we'll talk about that. That will be a topic. But right now, tonight's discussion was about Usyk and AJ. It's a great fight. It's before our fight. So the focus is there for the people right now. And I feel, you know, in closing, you know, Derek Chisora said it best. We need to get behind AJ because I don't think there'll be many. I mean, if you're a British fan, a British fight fan, and just a fight fan, you understand what Anthony Joshua does for boxing. He does, as Derek Chisora said, brings that glamour, brings that entertainment, brings the average fan, the casual fan out from their house into the O2, into Tottenham, into Wembley. He does it. He does it. And he does it in a way that some people might not be happy with. But listen, numbers don't lie. And this guy is fantastic for the sport of boxing.
Listen,
no matter how you cut it, dice it, or slice it.
when you go to an Anthony Joshua fight, yeah, well, going like, I'm a face. When I go to fights, I'm usually getting stopped ridiculously. I'm getting stopped. Everyone want to take selfies. They want to talk to you. Everybody. When you go to Anthony Joshua fight, Anthony Joshua brings in a new demographic. Anthony Joshua don't bring in boxing fans. It's not boxing fans. You get boxing fans who are like in the cheap ticket seats, and then a couple are splattered around ringside, right? But the rest of them, Anthony Joshua's bringing in a new form of fan, because he's bringing in the casuals that are not casuals to Anthony Joshua. They know everything about Anthony Joshua. They don't know about his opponents or anything else, but they know about Anthony Joshua. That is how, and that's the journey that he's had. If you think in the last decade that he's had since winning the Olympic gold medal, you know what I mean? So he's been that darling. He has been that star boy. He's been that star boy, and I believe that he's had a lot of pressure put on his shoulders, a lot of pressure. You know what I mean? But I believe that he's handled it very well, for the simple fact that he's a 2-time heavyweight champion. Now, say what you want. He's a 2-time heavyweight champion.
Imagine. It's
Right.
serious.
Of course it's serious, because I believe I know men that have been far more superior talented than Anthony Joshua, but they can't say they're 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, right?
Yeah,
and at the end of the day, I don't business when it was. He was 2-time heavyweight champion of the world.
It's serious. Right? And Joe Farmer,
if he beats Usyk, it's only him and Muhammad Ali and Evander Holyfield that have done that feat. So he's in the same encompass as those men.
Serious.
Word that one out. So don't chat to me and go like, he's a media creation, or he's this or blah. Because at the end of the day, he had to go and fight. You know what I mean? He had to go and fight.
Let me tell you something. Don't disrespect the creator, the universe, God, whatever you want to call him, that he is or she is foolish enough to give out rewards to people that don't deserve it.
Okay. You know what I mean? So everything that Anthony Joshua has got, he has been deserved of.
Because you reap what you sow.
Simple as that. Simple as that.
So Joe Farmer asked the question, Tunde, I fear money changed AJ. Joe Farmer, money is supposed to change you.
Let me tell you this now, yeah?
It's supposed to change you, fam. You know why? Because one day you were shopping in Lidl, now we're shopping in Harrods.
Right.
That's common sense, fam.
Right.
It's just common sense. I don't know why money's not supposed to change you.
Listen, people, money don't change. Listen, Tunde, money don't change no one. All that money does is reveal who you are.
Yeah. No. Money can change you. No, money can change you. I used to say that same thing. Money don't change, just brings out your character. But money can change you. Because guess what? You could look like a batty-old. And guess what? Soon as that cash start dripping, you start see certain individuals lining up. Like, bro, so money can change you. It can change how people. Money can change the perception how people think about you.
Of course it does.
Or bad.
And listen to me, yeah?
Or bad.
Listen to me, yeah? I get opportunity. What was that?
Someone said, I hate Spencer's shirt with all my heart. Fam, I told you about that shirt.
I love business.
Gary.
Like,
Gary. Spencer coming with his own 1934 shirt.
I love business.
He should have just put on a plain thing.
Now this is actually so what's Ross? No, I'm not putting on no plain thing. And I went upstairs.
Man said
Wait,
Alfie Moonshine.
what did I say to you? It's an Alfie Moon shirt. That's why I said I'm gonna bust it straight.
sorry, bro. We always get this. Man said some tablecloth. And you know the mad thing? I bet you the shirt costs bare money. Cause I know Spencer's not a cheapo.
Nah, never. But
I know the shirt
like
costs
I said, yeah, like I said, like I said.
See, you couldn't get this joke when I wasn't here, Spence.
No. Like I said,
Man said top button done up.
like I said,
top button Spengaga.
right. Emira Brixton, like he knows the thing, you know. He's Jamaican Tunde. Man's taking liberties, you know, no plain thing. Also, let me big up Kano. As far as I'm concerned, one of the greatest to ever do it. Right? Let me big up Lethal B, an incredible pioneer. And you know what I mean, let me just big up them two, because them man show me some different kind of love and support stuff. So, and also Gigs as well. Let me just big up them three brothers there.
Big up Gibbs. Man saw him in New York, you know, when I didn't. I was in a hotel and he drove down.
All right. Big up them man there, always supporting. You know what I mean? And them man reached out to me when they heard about my mum. So I have to big up them man there. But you know what I mean? Like, enough people thought that I was Kano's dad still, but don't watch the
All right, we've had the joke, we've had everything on the show to this evening. We've actually gone past because, you know, we like to cut it short to an hour on Sundays because man's got to get ready for work. But it's been a great one. Good to be back, Spence. Good to see my brother.
Good to have you back. You know what I mean? Like I said, during the show last week was kind of like surreal because it was the first show since my mom chipping out. But it's become easier, and this show has really become therapy to me. I'm going to be real, and like people don't understand. Me and Tunde speak about 10 times a day. It's mad. Like we talk regular, and it's like I'll get Tunde hyped. I'll see certain things on certain fights and send it to Tunde. Now watch this, Tunde, right? And you get this regular for me. And I'm telling you this now. I'm not talking about what is coming up for us, man, and you know what I mean, the Stamina Cell team that has been incredibly orchestrated from day dot from Baba Tunde Ajayi. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to talk about what I think are the strengths and weaknesses of what's his name, Batibiev, right? I'm not speaking about right. I'm not speaking about that Batibiev man, right? I'm not speaking about that, right? What I'm saying is this: if you want something so bad, there's no abracadabra in this. You got to work for it. You know what I mean? When we started this show, people was laughing. You know what I mean? Now we get mad numbers on who watch, and we also get mad numbers from YouTube each month. If you want something so desperately, you just got to work at it and constantly keep on working at it, because the real key is actual consistency. You know what I mean? Because when they turn around and say, if you snooze, you lose, you know what I mean? But if you don't go after what you want, you'll never have it. So I commend Tunde Ajayi for getting on the plane and going out to America. I thought I was watching New Jack City. You know what I mean? And you know for a fact that Nino Brown was hating on G Money. And you know I'm the G Money in this thing here, kind of sweet boy. I went to Tunde try to bust his shots on me, but I thump at his ass. But I'm saying I just so enjoyed this show. I'm so happy that Tunde's back because he just gave me a good energy for me to go to bed now. I can brush my teeth and go to bed. I'm so grateful for you guys for coming on and listening to the show. And you know what I mean? We got way more things to go and do. We got way more things like this week to go and speak about. You know what I mean? I'm going to grab more people in because the Black Book's getting even more powers. I know like, what's his name? Coach Calvin's going to jump on the show this week. I'm gonna get back Derek James because I think he's a fantastic trainer that doesn't get the accolades that he should be getting. I think he's actually very, very good trainer. and you must be doing something right because you got one undisputed world champion and one unified world champion. So he must know something. You know what I mean? And I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to the coming weeks of boxing because things are getting very, very lively. And the next thing, there's mad talk that Lawrence Okoli has left Eddie Hearn.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so maybe we're gonna have to reach out to Okoli because everyone's saying like he's gone to Sky.
Oh wow. That's what's that? Is that a news flash? Is
Yeah,
that is that a news flash, Gary? You know Spencer's the EastEnders Ilda Ogden or the Coronation Street Ilda Ogden. You know he always come with the gossips. So
bro, Ilda Ogden was powerful, star. Remember her husband
Ilda was strong. She was the strong woman of the ends.
Yeah, man.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so there's that to talk about. You mean Shakan Peters is going to be challenging
Dan Aziz.
Dan Aziz for the British light heavyweight championship. That's a very good fight. We got to go talk to those guys. Yeah, I mean, got to get Joe Caldina on because he was looking to come on, but I wanted him to come on with when you were here, Ton, and you had to go. You was at jet setting at New York with your big gold chain. I mean, trying to shoot up Ekamals, remember? Yo, Rasta man, Nino Brown said your work is no longer needed.
David, thank you for the £5. Sorry, Spence. Respect to you, man. Met you yesterday, Spence, at the gala. You had the best dress suit on. Put all us man to shame. Come on. Spencer sent me a little video with his bossy suit and dark glasses. You must think you're young about your day. You're raving at early hours in the morning.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, yeah. That thing, big up David G. That thing yesterday was serious. This back to what was it? Made in the 90s. So your Bridget Milk Tray was playing the tunes. He was playing some serious tunes. And
Milk Tray is proper.
And I don't drink alcohol, but everyone who seen me was like, "Rah, the knowledge, I can't believe that you're in it." Because I'm gonna be real, I don't go out to these places, but I mean, it's someone's birthday and I got invited to go, and I thought, I mean, let me just go. And I just go try to cheer myself up, and I went. But the love that I received from all the people in there, it was like, seriously, it was touching. It was touching because I'm gonna be real. I like to talk this community spirit and all the rest of it and blah 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 blah. But I don't go to community events. So I'm just gonna be. I
don't. Community which part?
I don't go, bro. I don't go. I mean, I got money now. So now on the reals, it was like it was mad love. The energy in the place was really 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 cool. And yeah. But you know, when it comes to putting on suits, no one can't test me, and that's the God's honest truth.
Here we go. Spencer the suits, man.
Yep. Coming to America freestyle, Tunde and Jai.
Come on, that's out here, bro. It's big. America's. You know what? I think I was born in America. I believe so because.
No, Tunde, you think that because you're Nigerian. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed when Nigerians go to America they could go there for 3 days and they come back with an American accent? Hey man, what you saying, man?
Nigerian American accent is serious, you know. The twang in it is mad. This twang is next level. We might as well go to 10 now, mate. It's already 7 minutes to 10, so we might as well
go to 10. We might as well go to 10 o'clock.
Spence, when are you on TV again? ESPN. Well, don't know. He's on TV now.
Yeah. The next thing what people don't realize is this, yeah. The trick, yeah. I know I'm doing something for a couple channels for the build up for the AJ fight. AJ USYK fight. I'm doing something for that. But what you don't realize is this: the major thing is having your own thing. I mean, me and Tunde, we've created something. We've got our own thing. We've got our own thing where you can be yourself, right? Unfortunately, when you're in this TV thing, and we think that TV is the plethora, and it's not. The plethora is what we're doing right now, because there's loads of TV shows. And I know. Remember, I was at Sky for 8 years. I was at Sky for 8 years. I was at Setanta Sports for 2 years. And that's the thing that really bust me. So I'm going back to 2009. Remember, I was there for 2 years. That's when I got the big, go Google it, Spencer Farrell, Mike Tyson. When I got the big Mike Tyson interview. It got like a couple million on YouTube. People still talk about that interview today. I had him in a barbershop, me and Mike Tyson, right? Me and my guy, Karen Baines, when we did that. So when you when you have something where you have complete autonomy of ownership, it's only going to get bigger. And me and Tundi, we've got some really big plans that are coming to fruition. And it's like, and I'm looking forward to just talking the thing. But when you're saying like, TV is dead, Tundi, I want man to realize that television is dead. Reason why I know the numbers that what Sky are getting. You know what I mean? On top of that, I don't want to expose man, but you got certain man that we're seeing on TV who are fighting, yeah, who are certain top of the bill, man. And Tundi, they're selling 80 tickets. Because I don't know. They're selling, bro. We laughing for. I'm telling you, they're selling. Right. So certain men are being pushed. No, listen. The narrative of a star, and I want everyone to realize this, yeah? Hence why the wave of anti-Yard is being so immense, right? You know why? Because anti-Yard was local before he was global. Right? 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 Tundi, I want man to realize, is a ghetto superstar. Right?
Bro,
But when man was driving his MG, I remember I dropped.
what are you trying to do? Don't try and mash up my things.
No. I'm just letting you know. So man, you have to be local before you're global, right? What's that? Jay Lank says toe to toe back again. Definitely not the same as when toe to toe is dead. I'm gonna be real. Toe to toe is dead, right? And you know what I mean, and that's not me. Like it is dead. It's dead because their man must think, oh, we can come on there and just talk boxing. No, brother, you have to have characters on there. You know what I mean? You have to someone listen. I was Marmite. You either love me or you hate me, but you know what? You have to respect me though. Can't know my thing. So Toto's dead, and that's and
Let me just say before you go, because I don't want the Snapchat to go.
Right.
Big up Smoke Card, Rastafari. Love to Mommy Spence.
thank you very much, Smoke. Big up yourself. Thank you for the £5 as well. And like I said, you see, like on all of these kind of things there, my mom told me something that is really, really important. You know what I mean? And my mom said to me, I should stop cussing Tundi. Right? Seriously. My mom said, no, you run too much joke upon him. I said, mommy, this word but we're just joking. My mom said, no, I should stop running. He said, like, your brother, he loves you, you know. And that meant a lot to me, you know. Because at first my mom never used to trust this little Nigerian man. What big?
Brother, it's energy. You want to get around energy. It's serious.
Yeah.
What was I watching today? Kevin Hart's new film. Yeah, and I don't mean to be a film spoiler, but there's a part when Kevin Hart goes into the room and there's 4 FBI men and they brought him in to say who. As I saw the TV screen, I knew who it was. And it was that man. And you know why I knew it was that man? It's because the energy of through the TV screen. I'm watching the film, and that's how you know energy is real. You can't pretend energy. It's a real thing. So when I got in front of your mother and I said, Spencer is upset, your mom said to me, she said, nah, man, him not to be upset, him to be happy. You understand? Because the energy, Spence. And I'm telling you, that's why I told you the thing. Your mother said, be happy. And it's my duty to make sure that all you have is good thoughts and memories and happiness in your heart. Because it don't matter. People are going to always say what they want to say. People are always going to say what they say, but you have to have a strong, firm belief in yourself. And that belief always have to be one of positivity and one of happiness, because it's polarity. There's always going to be bad feelings, but you always bounce back. Life goes on, and people never die, as you said. And so, you know, you're there. You got so much people that love you and care about you, and always going to look at it. And that comes from you having a great heart,
Oh, man.
And the energy is real. It's real, and you can't. But that ain't nothing to do with no money. It ain't nothing. I keep telling man. I keep showing man this. You can't take what's inside of me through words. It ain't gonna work, fam. You can cuss me all you want. I'm still being about myself. And that's my advice I always give to everyone. I don't want even to touch, because this is a subject in itself. The main thing is that me and you are here. Nothing ain't never gonna stop us coming here talking about the sport that we love and giving our opinions, because that's all it is at the end of the day. It's just opinions. Everybody has them. I don't want to be rude and say it's like that, because everyone has them. But it is. Everybody's got opinions, and that's what makes the world go round. And it's just a great thing to be able to come in here and talk. I see a lot of people talking about Adam as him, bruv. Wait, like, I know why you. I know why certain man's asking because you know my connection to Adam, and I keep telling you people that, bruv. I'm never. Adam's a champ, but I'm just saying it. He himself has to continue to stay focused. It's only 5 fights, so we don't want to, as you say, we don't want to overhype him, but that's how it goes. Boxing is a journey, and you've got to. I know so many kids that have started off like a whirlwind. But then girls start coming to the thing. The fame start coming to the thing.
And them hashisha bars.
And the shisha bar.
Shisha bars.
And you get what I'm saying? And all these things, people have to understand are little potholes that stop fighters. It's like, I remember Roger Mayweather saying to me that, bro, Las Vegas kills many fighters' dreams. Las Vegas.
Tunde, let me tell you this, yeah? Let me tell you this. When we was in Floyd's gym 2014, yeah? When we was in Floyd's gym, I remember because like you was there in your hotel and I said, I went over to Tunde's hotel, I said, bro, what you doing, bro? I said, what you doing? I said, nah, you have to leave this hotel, bro. Straight. So you have to leave this. You have to come to my home. Because if you saw the suite that I had at the Palms, you know what time, you know how I roll. I said, nah, Tunde, you have to come. And Tunde and Otu come and they stayed at my thing. And when I went to Floyd's gym, yeah, Floyd would just have big gal around ringside. I said to one woman in there, yeah, who's my friend today, her named Diana. I said, Diana, what's your job in there? She decided to just turn on the music. That's it, you know. She was getting a check a week time, you know.
Yeah, trust me, you got bum. Right. Everybody's bum. Everyone, there's a job for everyone, fam.
Yeah,
there's a job for everyone.
That's what she was doing, right? But then there's enough man seeing that, but you're thinking, raw, look at all these guys. You're fighting in there. You're thinking, raw, all these girls in there. Boy, I'm gonna take a piece off of this one and that one. No, stay focused to the game. So all of these men weren't thinking about staying focused to the game. They were out trying to smash gal, or when you're in Vegas.
Excuse me. We get the point, Spence. Hold on. Thank you, Alex Teddy. Sorry, Spence. Thank you for the 9 euros. It looks like you guys are so good-hearted people. There's so much light in you as you shine bright, even in dark times. Better days are always ahead. Dream it, believe it, become it. Big up. Thank you for the dough.
Yeah.
There's one more there, I think. There's one.
Ash, yeah, it's up on the screen.
Yes.
No, Ash, you just had it. Gary, put it back.
Oh, sorry. It was me that.
Yeah. There you go. That's another one. It's a new one. Thank you very much for the 449.
He says Spencer is spotting about being local before global. Warrington sells more tickets than 99% of boxers around the world. Why? Because he's big locally. This is
right. These men are getting twisted, right? All these. Let me tell you this, yeah. I'm not calling on names, but I know there's a big fight that's going on between two guys for, I think it's a European and a Commonwealth crown, right? And the youth who's fighting on the show, Tunde, if he done 20 tickets for his last fight, Tunde, would be surprised if he done 20 tickets. But like on Instagram, you know what I mean? That man's all got 1 million followers. Yeah? Right. So that doesn't make sense to me. You got 1 million followers, but you can't sell more than you can't. If I've got 1 million followers, Tunde, yeah? 1 million followers, I meant to easily get a 0.3 of those numbers to come and turn up and buy a ticket for me at its bare minimum. I meant at least out of my 1 million followers, I mean, at least if I could grab a 2% from that to come and buy, it doesn't happen. So people getting fooled by this Instagram thing, thinking, oh yeah, this man's got bare followers, so therefore, No. Listen, it don't matter about the numbers that are calling your name, it's who's calling your name. Right? That's number one. And when we turn around and say numbers don't lie, in the world of social media, we know that numbers do lie. And just like J. Cole exposed it the other day on one of his rap tunes, like certain rappers just be buying up just be buying up streams. You know what I mean? But if you don't know that, right? So let's just call it as it is. On this head, this is authentic, real stuff. We're just giving you the rules. So when guys think about Josh Warren, and Josh Warren's my true friend. You know what I mean? I have to big him up because he come to me about game plans and what fights to be watching and blah. And I rate the guy. I really do rate him. And that's simply because I covered one of his fights when I did the analysis on it. And he said, "Rod, you know this thing because you were saying things about what I was studying, and I couldn't believe that. How did you know?" I said, "I could see it." I've got a lot of time for Josh Warren. Josh Warren, or where he's from, Josh Warren's big. You know what I mean? Josh Warren's big business. So
I heard about him recently. What's happening with Josh?
well, he's world champion again. You know what I mean? After the Kiko Martinez, right?
Yeah.
So obviously he's with the zone. They're gonna try and pull a big fight in for him. You know what I mean? And like somebody just touched on it, like Richard Rapport is calling out Lawrence Okoli now. He needed to call out Lawrence Okoli from ages ago, right? But do I actually think it's Richard Rapport calling out Lawrence Okoli, or is it a mechanism of the guys down at boxing saying we got to call him out now? Because you're gonna have to, because that fight will be a big fight.
So would you say that the fact that Lawrence Okoli is probably getting overlooked, even though he is a world champion, and Richard is getting more exposure, or it would appear more exposure with Sky, really is the reason why he may have made that decision to leave the zone, if this is true? Obviously, I'm just hearing it today,
Yeah.
like a lot of us, and jump over to Boxer and Sky.
Yeah, because end of the day, it's like, would you rather stay with something? Listen, Nick, I'm gonna just be real, Chuck. You know, I don't care. Even though he's with 258 management, yeah, 258 management is now going into this pay-per-view model, right? And the pay-per-view model will not be beneficial for Lawrence Okoli right now because Lawrence Okoli hasn't crossed over yet. But if Lawrence Okoli goes over to Sky, which I believe that is possible to happen, the pay-per-view model will work for him because Sky are pushing hard on Richard Rapport. Now, whether it translates into bums on seats, because I don't think it has transferred or been translated into bums on seats, because it hasn't happened yet. But you know what it is? You're only one trick away from doing something zany in the public that everyone talks about, and it changes everything. But when you have a mechanism like Sky, remember, Sky News is free, you know?
Yes.
Right, and it's everywhere. I think what Sky got 20 million subscribers on who buy Sky, even though that model of TV, because the world's changing now, and you can't tell me, oh, I watch Coronation Street at this time. You don't. You always watch it on catch up, or I watch whatever. What's the blinking show that Mrs. likes to watch? Casualty, right? She don't. She watch it on BBC iPlayer. So you don't watch TV when you watch main events, live events when they're live, but on TV shows you don't. So, but you got a mechanism like Sky that pushing you. I was there. I seen what they do inside Sky. I'm saying certain people don't know what they're doing inside of there, to tell you the honest truth, because I was there, right? But what I am saying is they have this mechanical engine right now that can captivate and can boost up things a lot more. And that's what they've got. Now, Lawrence Okoli could be sitting there saying, oh, wait a minute. So AJ's now just done this deal with the zone. All the emphasis is going to be on AJ. Right? Go speak to many of the fighters who are on the zone. They don't know when they're fighting. The only ones who know when they're fighting is Anthony Joshua and Conor Ben. That is it. Nobody else knows when they're fighting. So obviously Lawrence Okoli may be sitting down there and saying, you know what? Boy, I'm going to go over to Sky simply because Sky have a bigger reach. Right? The zone haven't proven nothing yet. They've been around for a very, very long time. Right? They've been around for a few years now, but they still haven't proven anything. Yeah, you got Canelo and you got Anthony Joshua. Two of your star fighters who have both recently lost. Okay, so let's just be real now. So Lawrence Okoli could be looking at this and saying, right, I'm going to stay with Sky. I'm going to go back to Sky because when I was at Sky, people knew when I was fighting. I guarantee you, after Lawrence Okoli's last fight, Lawrence Okoli was walking down the road. Man was coming to, yeah, Lawrence, big up yourself in Hackney. Right, big up. When you fighting, bro? He said, bro, what are you talking about? I fought yesterday. Because nobody knew when we get to see it. Because the demographical ratio isn't there yet. It's not there. Hardcore boxing fans gonna know when you fight, but it's not there yet. So he's got to say, right. And Tyrone just said, the Zone UK shows have been weak. I'm saying that the biggest room is the room for improvement. But now they're going to do this pay-per-view thing with Anthony Joshua. That's going to be the catalyst that's going to change the whole thing. Especially if Anthony Joshua goes out there and smashes man ridiculous, right? But the only real way you want to pick up the phone and talk to your Uncle Spence, you want to come pick up the phone and let's have a freeway with us some Tunde and Jai and let's ignite that passion to make that paycheck.
Come on, Spence.
Right?
True the foghorn machine's down.
Right, no, but we don't need a foghorn machine. So, but Richard, listen, let me tell you this now. Richard Riakporhe and Lawrence Okoli would be a massive fight this summer.
Yes.
Right? It will be a massive fight this summer. Right? Because you got Isaac Chamberlain's fighting Craig Billham Smith, yeah?
Yes, Chris Billham Smith.
Yeah, Chris Craig, yeah, him. Right? That's a good fight. I see, but I'm gonna be real again, Isaac, and I hope you listen to this. I'm saying this from a position of love, but how you take it is how you take it. That's not how you sell a fight.
Bro, Isaac, bro, I thought you was from Brixton, fam. That the way you done it yesterday, bro, that word no G-man thing, fam. Bro, I don't even like the way you, bro. But I need to talk to you, Isaac, because Isaac, bro, I don't want to embarrass man on the thing. Isaac, you need to pick up the phone and speak to Uncle Tunde. You're supposed to, bro. You're supposed to go there. If you're gonna do the thing, like do it, just do it properly, or just don't do it at all. Like, bro, like you didn't come across like you come from ends,
right?
It come across like some scripted thing, like, oh, hi, Billham, me and you are fighting, and we're gonna have a good fight. No, brother, you don't say that. You don't say that. You're like, bro, you see when I see you. You see when I see you, bro. It's on. Like, bro, forget about these cameras. We're rocking it out. Right. That's what you just said.
You got listen to me, yeah?
Okay, listen, you know, bro. Man need a bit of coaching in this thing here, but that's what I'm trying to say. Don't go so far out of this boxing thing that you forget about the fundamentals. Like, and I feel that's what I feel like these guys need, you know, because it's entertainment business. Let's get it wrong. The days of just being a good boxer,
they're done.
Like, them days are done.
Them days of just being a good boxer done in the 30s, bro.
Like, me, that's why I don't really talk now until it's showtime. Like, the only time I talk is on this show, and people get my energy. But when it's showtime, I know how to put on a show because I know about excitement. That's why all these years later, you're still calling my name. I know about this excitement thing. So listen, I'll be happy for Isaac if the fight does happen. I'm sure it is gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And let me tell you this, yeah? Let me tell you this, yeah?
I said Tunde don't talk. Bro, I need to talk, bro. I need to talk to Isaac because Isaac's my guy, bro.
Right. Ash, I thank you for the 449. Spence, how important is pay-per-view money to Sky boxing business? I've heard it's massive. So losing AJ is big. Of course, losing AJ is big because you know what? But yeah, again, this is the next thing. I think losing AJ was massive, but I also think losing Chris Eubank Jr. was massive because the brother got 1 million views in his last fight when he fought. You know what I mean? When he fought Williams, that's a big thing. But they now have to build and promote somebody, yeah, or someone. And right now, the person in charge of building and promoting hasn't come with no track record of building and promoting. But you know what? Neither did Eddie Hearn. But his old man did.
And I bet you I'm doing a good. I remember Spence, when we was first talking about saying about this guy is a fraud and everything. I said, bruv, give the guy a bit of time, mate.
Listen to me.
One thing about this youth, yeah, this Ben Shalom youth, is that he's very smart in the sense that he's getting the young youths.
Yeah, because you think about longevity.
He's getting the young youths that are hip in certain other things to do little presenting, little music. He's clever. He's clever.
He's clever.
And
But
I rate that.
Like I'm saying, like I said, because he's thinking a long haul. Maybe he's only 29, 28 or some little young youth, right? Yeah. So thank you very much, P. Thank you for the £10. Peace and blessings, gentlemen. Spencer, I like the shirt.
He's
Thank you very
mocking
much.
you. That's a mock.
I love business. Pay the £10. That's all good. Right?
Big up for you.
So,
Thanks for the tenner, mate.
I'm saying this. My thing with the boxer thing is this, right? Because you're not fooling me, right? You're not fooling me. My thing with the boxer thing is this: you can go and get all of these influencers and all of these and blah 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 and all the rest of it, right? But you need to build a pay-per-view star, and that's what I'm saying. You need to build a pay-per-view star. Right? They've done really, really well because they got two old men in Amir Khan and Kell Brook. And let's be real, they were old men because subsequently, after their fight, they both retired. I thought it was very good what they did in having Amir Khan there yesterday with Adam Aziz because Amir Khan is really good on TV as a talker. He's very, very good. And Amir Khan felt very, very comfortable. You know what I mean? I noticed that Amir Khan didn't wear a watch yesterday. No, I'm joking. But what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, when we look on how this game is right now, this sport is right now.
Sorry, Spence. Elvis Dube says it's a lovely shirt, but let me tell you something. Elvis Dube is one of them old brothers as well, fam. Bro, Elvis was from country, fam. Elvis is my brethren, but he's one of your man them. That's why Elvis. That's why that shirt appeals to Elvis because he's one of your man them.
Right, well, we got Great Show 42. He says that I've cancelled my DAZN, went from 99 to what was that?
149, and now pay-per-view for Canelo.
Right. And you know what? So Late Show must be in America.
Yeah, didn't they say? Sorry to cut you. Didn't they say that they wasn't going to do pay-per-view at first?
Remember, Eddie Hearn famously said the pay-per-view model is now dead. That's what he said, right? Isn't of interest now that you backtrack on these things. And it's amazing. The next thing I'm saying, it's amazing. Why is, and this is no slant on Eddie Hearn, because, I'm impartial on this one. You know what I mean? Because, me and talk regular. But why is it that you can...
Man donated a tenner. Suspense can get another one of them shirts. Bro, you don't think you're smart. Bro, this show was supposed to be wrapped up at least from all 9 o'clock. This show was supposed to be wrapped up, and we're still going on 70 minutes past 10. Bro, I'm going to go to bed. I'm getting up in a minute.
Yeah, but big up Late Show. Yeah, he's telling us he's from America. No, listen. Like I said, why is it that Eddie Hearn can talk certain things and don't really get pulled up on it? Because let you turn around, Tunde and Jai be promoting and say, listen, pay-per-view is dead. And then, a year later, well, right now we're launching the DAZN pay-per-view. Let you try and do that. You see what's going to happen to you.
Well, I don't know.
They're tar and feather you.
You'd be surprised. Listen, things change. Situations change. People can say one thing one day and circumstances make them say another thing another day. So I really take, you just got to take it day by day. And Eddie Hearn may have said that, but it is what it is. It's pay-per-view now. If you like it, buy it. If you don't. It's simple, really.
You know what I mean? But one thing for certain, I will be buying it to do the watch along for, if I'm not there, because I might be going out to Saudi Arabia for that fight. But what I do know is that the Saudis have contacted us for Fighters Right to do something for this fight, for AJ versus USYK, or USYK versus AJ, whatever you want to go call it, for the Unified Heavyweight Championship of the World. So I'm so looking forward to go do something like that. Damon Charles says, thank you so much. I'm away from the UK, but listening to you guys helps me so much and helps me to focus on you meant to say,
on why
I'm out here. Energy. Won't let me play the super chat out here. Well, listen, don't worry about that. It's coming. Don't worry about that. You know what I mean? When you reach back, we're waiting to collect. So don't write no questions on the next.
No. I'm going to wrap up this thing here because you're carrying on now. Is Robert, thank you, Nebraska, anyway, Osman, for the £2. He said, is Robert Garcia a genius move from AJ? Go ahead, Spence.
I'm going to tell you it's a genius move. If AJ goes and knock out Usyk, then it's a genius move.
Yeah.
If he loses, it's not a genius move, and that's that. You know what I mean? Similarly to if we go back to September of 1981, Sugar Ray Leonard versus Tommy Hearns at the end of the 12th round, when Angelo Dundee goes to Sugar Ray Leonard and says, "You're blowing it now, son. You're blowing it." If Leonard went out there, threw that big burst of shots and got tired and got knocked out, would have said Angelo Dundee's an idiot, right?
Yeah.
So that's how it goes. So it's down to receives a genius move only by the results. Only by the results. And I believe that because I know AJ's got his spies out there. I know his man them are listening to what we're saying. I believe that AJ knows in his hearts of hearts that he's got to do this roadman thing. He knows it. He knows it. Right? He knows it. And I think Usyk knows it as well.
You know what? This is why I always say people should really have their own mind. You have people around you that give you advice, but sometimes there comes and I feel because I think it was the pressure the first time round that made AJ fight the way he fought. Because he was upset that people were saying that he was just a bodybuilder, like an athletic person, that he had no boxing skills.
And Tunde, he should have told him, yes, I am a bodybuilder with no boxing, but call me right. I'm a rich bodybuilder with no boxing skill.
Yeah. But if you get my point, he really listened to the public. That's why you got to switch off, fam. You got to lock off. You got to not read comments. When you see that thing come, when you see those suggestions come up on the YouTube, you don't click. Like I'm giving you the bars, AJ. You don't click, fam. You don't look at it. You don't listen. You just stay in. You keep your mind solid. But now what's happened is this second time around now everyone's like, oh yeah, romance sass. AJ's got to be more aggressive. You even hear the coach talking about it. The coach is saying, the Robert Garcia is saying AJ's got to be more aggressive or anything. So now, I hope that's what's in his mind. But now it's like that public voice is now going to end up dominating AJ's mind again. If you get my point, Spence.
I get exactly what you.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, I just want the best for. I want the best for the young brother, and I want him to just do what he wants to do. I want him to make that decision in his own mind. And if it's what people are saying, then it's all good. If it's not what people are saying, then don't do what people are saying and do what you want to do. That's the only thing. It's like when people was asking me about the Joe Smith and Baterva, and they're like, "Oh, what could Joe Smith have done better?" I'm like, fam, the guy tried his best. He went out there and he just said, "Cha, I'm just going for it." Now, if he had gone out and tried boxing, then everyone would have said, "Oh, he should have gone out there and fight." So, bruv, at least if the guy done what he wanted to do, that's all that matters. And I just want AJ to do what he wants to do, not listening to so-called. You don't even need to listen to us. When all said and done, have your mind tough, strong, solid, and don't let it be based on what public opinion are, because there are always going to be people. There's some people even set up to put things out there to damage your own brain, to damage your own thought process. And that's why you don't look at it. That's why I don't follow no one on Insta. I don't follow no one for reasons like that. Not because I feel, obviously not because I'm on there talking the thing every week, but, just be yourself. Just be yourself. And Spence, it's 23 minutes past 3. I need to sleep because I'm getting up very early.
Bruv, got your bed Tunde.
Most people are gonna be AJ can never box Usyk again. Who knows? Who knows?
Bruv, you're saying we're done with the thing, you're still reading out more damn questions. Look.
Yeah, because I like the show. I've been away for a few weeks and I miss you, my brother. So
yeah. It's all good. I'm going to my bed now, so I'm gonna
we're just giving opinions. We're just giving
But you know what? I might go watch that the Heart movie that you said in the
the Kevin Hart movie. Bro, go to your bed, man. You guys are supposed to be getting up early.
Nah. I'm lucky. Tomorrow the kids got insect day, so I don't have to go.
Okay.
There's no early start for me, bruv.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an absolute pleasure to spend the last almost. What time did we get on? 8 o'clock. Jesus. So we've been on there for almost 2.5 hours.
Yeah, mate, 2.5 hours. May I say a massive thank you to Scott Ross for jumping on the show. Massive thank you to Derek Williams. Massive thank you to Ward Derek Chisora for jumping on the show and blessing the show.
Come on, go
And
boy.
we wish him all the best for his up and coming fight against Pulev.
Get behind Del boy. One of the few warriors we have left that's ready to put it all on the line and swing it out. And regardless what kind of boxing fan you are, meaning if you like boxing skills, it's fighting. And everyone who usually watching, whether they see whatever type of fight, everyone loves a knockout. Everyone loves a knockout. One thing you can't deny with Derek Chisora, he's going for it, mate. Derek Chisora's going for it, so we love him. And let's hope. It's still a long way away to the USYK AJ fight. When is it? When is it? August, right?
Yeah,
August. So it's not that far away actually, because we're moving into the final months of June, July, then August. We're there.
right. Exactly.
Yeah. Great. So, people.
But Ton, what time are you in the gym tomorrow?
I'll be there from 10 a.m.
I might, after I got little business
Yeah.
Tuesday, I'm gonna drive down to the gym.
Yeah.
Because all right then, my brother.
All right, people, we lock off. Thank you for all of the people that have joined us this evening. Still 336 of you on the line on a Sunday evening. And I know many thousands more will be watching it tomorrow. It's been a great one. Great to have everyone back. Great to have you all listening and watching and getting knowledge, and you guys giving me knowledge. Sorry if we didn't speak about subjects that you would have wanted us to speak about, but the focus was USYK and Joshua this evening too, and the fact that it's been announced and it's going to be a good one. Ladies and gentlemen, we end by saying, dream it, believe it, become it.
Come on down. Peace, two fingers. We're out, but get ready to grab us in the week as well. Thanks to you guys. Later.
Peace.